What's up, everybody? You're very welcome along to another match day here on Anfield Agenda, and I'm not actually on my own today. Sitting about 6.2 feet to my right hand side is Mr. Connor Crosby. How are we, sir?
I'm all good, just barely socially distanced, so happy days.
Barely socially distanced, but we must make out one of us is fully vaccinated, one of us is nearly vaccinated.
Half vaccinated, yeah.
Half vaccinated,
We're getting
there you go. We just won't lick each other, is that fair?
We'll save that for next
We'll
week.
stop spitting at each other.
Yeah, that's fair.
We won't do that one. Well, how are we, everybody? Nice to hear you. Now, we need your feedback on the old microphone levels as well, ladies and gentlemen. Your serious feedback. None of your, it's not working for me lies. Because, we were just setting up microphones so Connor could have a mic as well for this one. Game kicks off at 4 p.m, ladies and gentlemen. Connor, show yourself, Walter White says. He wants basically dick pics, is what I'm hearing, Connor.
If you go to my OnlyFans, it's not too expensive.
It's grand, it's crisp, clear, beautiful. You love to hear it, Connor, you love to hear it. Look, ladies and gentlemen, the team news is in for the game, which is great news. Now, I'm going to tickle your balls a little bit here, ladies and gentlemen. Like, bear with me. If you don't have balls, let me tickle your lady balls. Because Connor told me something earlier on that there could be, now we don't want to give you false promises, but there could be a little bit of positive vibes coming out of Anfield, Connor, later on.
Yeah, as Kevin Palmer was saying, I think, is he the mirror? He's been reliable in
Sunday
the past.
World.
Or Sunday World, yeah. So we're hoping there might be something, whether that's a signing or more maybe Salah's contract or something that way. It could be some bit of good news.
Yeah, so let's wait and see what happens later on this evening. Now, the good news is, I'll be back on anyway at 8:45 with a late night agenda. So if anything does happen tonight, yours truly will be here to take you through it. Malk said, "Boy, your phone's on 1%. May firstly, hang your head in shame. If ever Connor sends me a screenshot and his phone's less than 50%, I immediately answer telling him he's a scumbag. Because my phone never goes below 70%, ever."
Yeah, but you don't move from the sofa, so you have plugged in all day, every day.
Touché. Ladies and gents, let's have a look at the team news anyway, which is pretty goddamn strong, I have to say, considering we have a game against Osasuna tomorrow as well. I don't know, call me cynical on this one, lads, but I think that the lads that are starting today are more likely to start against Norwich because of the extra rest. There might be one or two tomorrow that would start, but I'm thinking that the majority of these boys would be the ones that we see, Connor, next weekend against Norwich. What are you thinking?
Yeah, maybe Firmino and Fabinho. And possibly, I don't think Elliot probably wouldn't start, but it's probably 7 or 8 of them at least, yeah.
You know, I actually have Elliot in my team to start next weekend.
Really?
I'll go through this one and then I'll explain my thoughts. So in goal, we've got Alisson Becker, which is great to see. Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back. Andy Robertson at left back. Virgil van Dijk and Joel Matip make up the centre-back pairing. Harvey Elliott, James Milner and Naby Keita are in midfield. Then it's Sadio Mane, Diogo Jota and Mohamed Salah that make up the front three. Now here's my thought process that makes me think that a lot of these guys might start next weekend. I don't think Big Verd starts, if I'm being honest with you. I think that'll come a little bit too early. I think that we'll see Kanade come in. But I get a feeling, because Hendo's late back after what happened with England, Thiago is carrying a knock, although he said he might be ready for the game. So I'm thinking we'll see a midfield of Naby Keita, exactly actually what we see on the screen now. I think that's the midfield that starts against Norwich.
Any shout for Curtis Jones?
Could do, but I think Harvey Elliott's done enough in pre-season to demand a place in the starting 11. Behind probably that front three. I'd say the front six for me will start next weekend.
What have you made with Elliot in that position?
I've loved him. I've loved to see the link up that he's made down that right hand side with Mo. I think it's been sensational. And also with Trent coming in on the overlap as well. I think the three of them have formed a good partnership. Sorry folks, I'm just going to higher up my camera brightness a little bit. 1 second. Depending on what time of the day you do stuff, you have to adjust stuff. So let me just go a little bit brighter. Let me give you an extra 4% more brightness of Craig. There we go. Right, so I don't even know where to go with a prediction today, ladies and gentlemen, because it's very difficult to know what way friendlies are going to go. Bilbao played somebody in England the other day and it was a 3-1 win. I can't remember who they beat, but they did win 3-1.
Good to see fans back at Anfield as well.
Oh, look at it. It's brilliant, isn't it? It's absolutely brilliant to see fans back in. And again, if you look at the back of the Kop now, ladies and gentlemen, you might not be able to see it in the images, but there are safe standing rail seats already installed there at the back of the Kop, which is a good thing that the club are trialling for a year, in my humble opinion.
Bilbao beat Southampton 3-1 yesterday.
Well, there you go. So they'll probably be fielding. Well, again, I don't know how strong they went against Southampton, but beating them 3-1, you'd imagine they went fairly strong.
Yeah, did you see actually? Bilbao have, do you know Inaki Williams? He has a brother who's Nico, so he's Nico Williams playing for Bilbao as well.
Ooh, there you go.
There you go. Bit of knowledge for you.
What is this trend, by the way, of loads of good players having good younger brothers as well?
Doesn't Paul Pogba have two who are also professionals? They're not near the same level, but they're still
Jude
pros.
Bellingham's younger brother's coming through at Birmingham right now. 15 years of age.
Is it Haaland's cousin or someone is coming through? There's another one. There was someone related to Haaland coming through as well.
That's mad. It's mad, yeah. It is, honestly, it's nuts. And Jamie Carragher's son signed for Wigan.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Signed his first pro contract, and I think Rooney's son's at United, isn't he?
Yeah, so I think was it Aguero's son or Messi's son was like signed up to a contract literally the second he was born.
You're not allowed to say Messi in contract today, Conor.
Sorry. No, it's a tough subject.
Sorry, hang on. It's such a sad experience for me. I'm only worth 300 or 400 million, and I'd love to stay at this club, but do you think I'm a fucking peasant? There's no way I'm staying here on 150 grand a week. You got to feel sorry for Sergio Aguero as well. But look, I'm only joking about Messi. Messi's the GOAT. And it is terribly sad that he's leaving Barcelona. But it's through their own financial mismanagement. So as much as I love Barcelona as well, I don't have that much sympathy for the situation. Right, ladies and gentlemen, what have we got going on in the chat today? Puskas is a god. Yes, he is a god, you're correct. Messi will forever be the GOAT. Yes, he will, of course. Well,
until Harvey Elliott grows up.
I think Messi's the GOAT of my generation, but I put Maradona ahead of him in all the all-time rankings, if I'm being honest with you. Look at Harvey Elliott there being interviewed, big smiley head in him. I'm so happy that young lad's at the club. Benjamin Terrell said, thoughts on Lautaro Martinez to Spurs. So as per Fabrizio Romano very recently, yes, interest is certainly there from Spurs. I think 70 million was the price that they were offering, but Inter Milan have no intentions of selling Lautaro Martinez, even though there are reports that are going around to say that they're very close to liquidation. Now again, you know, I hate to be the one that told you all this weeks ago. You know, you can all jump on and slap Fabrizio from Morano's ass if you want, but I did tell you about the Barcelona situation a long time ago. I did tell you about the situation at Inter Milan a long time ago. But, you know, there's only so much of a fire sale that I think they're willing to do. And Conor, I want to get your impression. 98 million quid for Romelu Lukaku. Good or bad business?
See, I don't really care about transfer fees as such. Like, he's a player that will improve Chelsea, so I think that's really all you have to look at. Like, it's not like it's Chelsea fans paying for it. It's oil money being paid for this, so does it really matter? Like, he's going to improve them tenfold, so good signing.
Do you know what makes me... I agree, he'll do really well. To me, he looks like a lean, mean Romelu Lukaku that is in great condition, full of confidence, but I won't lie, I'm thanking my lucky stars that it's not Haaland.
True. It'll be interesting to see where he does end up long term, yeah.
We know who think they're getting him.
But they won't get him.
United are convinced they're getting him next summer. Love you guys from Ontario, Canada, said Darren Spence. Lovely to have you in, Darren. If the good news ain't a signing, it's going to be thrash, said Theo. Yeah.
New coconut water sponsor.
I will accept the Mohamed Salah contract renewal as good news. I will definitely take that as a W if that comes out tonight. How about you, Conor?
Yeah, I definitely take that.
Yeah, that would be a dub as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that's the only thing outside of a transfer or a Jurgen Klopp contract renewal that would actually make me say, okay, yes, this is good news.
Seems when we sign Messi.
Joanne Fisher with the onset super sticker. We can confirm this is now an official Anfield Agenda watch along. Thank you, Joanne. Conor, were you saying to me that Paris Saint-Germain have booked the Eiffel Tower?
Yeah, there was reports for, I think tomorrow they've booked it, and the last time they done that was when they were announcing Neymar, so looking like Messi is a done deal by that.
I was looking through, somebody had the cheek to say to me last night that, PSG haven't spent that much money in this window. They brought in a load of people on free transfers. I looked into this, by the way. So Neymar is going to be on €50 million a year. Messi will be on €100 million a year. Donnarumma is on €14 million a year. Gino Wijnaldum's on €12 million a year. I don't know what Hakimi is on, and that's before the transfer fee for Hakimi, all the other players that they've brought in and have at the club, and the transfer fees and wages that they've cost. So, yeah, there's definitely nothing iffy going on there, Connor. Nothing at all.
Where did you see the 100 million a year? I seen 25 million a year.
For
Messi.
For Messi.
Yeah.
It was... Google it. It'll come up there quick. I seen he's going to get 50 million a year after tax. And then Neymar's contract was €50 million a year as well. I find it very hard to believe that Barcelona...
It says here,
you're right, $1 million a week.
The Athletic are reporting €25 million per year, and it's 2 years with an option of a third year. That's
post-tax.
Is it, yeah?
Yeah, it's $1 million a week, sorry. I got that wrong. I was thinking 100 million a year. The wage bill is €400 million.
Well, this might be what you were thinking. It was 25 million up front as a sign-on fee, and then another 25 million over the year.
Yeah, so it's just serious money being added on there. Yeah, their wage bill's like 400 million a year. Now, here's what gets me, right? People often say to me, how can you look at Chelsea or Manchester United and justify this expenditure that they have? The reason I do that is I genuinely believe that they can afford it. I genuinely think that they turn over enough. Whereas if you're trying to tell me that PSG and Manchester City have enough of a worldwide fan base to afford the signings and the wages that they're paying, I'm just saying bullshit. Simple as that. Whereas with the other clubs, I can actually believe it. Even with the Reals and Barcelonas during their heyday with the Galacticos, I still believe they had a big enough worldwide fan base to sell the shirts and all. Whereas I genuinely don't see it happening. Like for Manchester City, I don't know. Like look at the Charity Shield final, Connor. Did you watch it?
I seen a bit of it, not too much.
Did you see that one end had to be particularly full of the darker shade of blue, and the other end was, shall we say, Etihad-esque?
I can't think who City are playing on the open weekend, but I seen like after being champions, no fans in stadiums for like a year and a half, 2 years, big £100 million signing, still there's tickets on general sale.
Tells everything you need to know. Anyway, predictions for this one, ladies and gentlemen, and how happy are we with the starting 11 that Kloppo has gone with today? But most importantly, as Connor said at the start of this stream, and I'm going to repeat again today, just the sight of seeing fans, young and old, inside Anfield yet again for another game of football just raises my spirits. It's great to see. And I love these particular occasions because you get to see fans that mightn't be lucky enough to be able to go week in and week out because of how hard it is to get a ticket, actually get a chance to bring their kids and you know, bring their brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, whoever to the game because tickets are more available. And it's I love stuff like this, Connor. It really just makes me smile.
Yeah, it's lovely to see, even especially after like how long it's been, and like it can only be good. Like the team thrives off the fans, so hopefully with the full stadiums back this year, we can like push on again.
We need Haaland, said Daniel Voigtman. Well, we will. I can promise you this, mate. We won't be signing Haaland ever, because there's no way we're going to be lining Mina Raiola's pockets with 40 million quid. Yeah, which is really annoying because I wish we were going to be in that conversation. I really do.
What even annoys me is like you see with Messi the last few days. Like you see, this isn't the dig at James Pearce, but like James Pearce tweeting like, saying people, oh, it's ridiculous to think we'd sign Messi. But like, we're one of the biggest clubs in the world. I'm not saying we should sign Messi, but the fact that it's a laughable idea that we can't get him, or let's say Chiesa a few weeks ago, like the fact that that's a laughable idea is really annoys me.
What was even more laughable is him saying he wouldn't get in the starting 11.
Who said that?
James Pearce.
Did he actually?
Yeah. Like, okay, fair enough, you could probably make an argument, but to say that there isn't a possibility of him breaking into the starting 11, I think...
Did he actually say that?
Yeah, that's what a couple of people said to me yesterday.
I think he said it's a non-starter, as in like it's nothing in the story. I think people picked up on that wrong. Maybe,
because we do love a bit of James Pearce here on Anfield Agenda. We're never ones to slag off Jimmy Pearce, but what gets to me is right now. There's no excuse for John W. Henry not to be trying to get Mbappe at this point.
Yeah, especially when he's looking to leave. Like we've been told multiple times over the years that we're saving up for this generational talent. Well, he's right there for the fucking taking.
And right there, because Real Madrid are up shit creek financially as well. Manchester City are committing their big money elsewhere. United have spent and are looking to spend on a central defensive midfielder on top of it. We've spent nothing, brought in a little few quid, granted, but this is the summer. If you wanted to go and try and make a big play, then this is it. But
and it's like you said, if like a week or two ago, like it's time to stamp on the neck of the Madrids and Barcelona. It's like go in and just throw a bit of money, get Pedri, get Ansu Fati, get these players. Why not?
Do you know what I did read, ladies and gentlemen? Though, and I hate to say I told you so, but there is a lot of talk that Renato Sanchez is going to go to Barcelona.
I seen he was linked with Juventus as well.
Yeah, probably another good shout.
It's gone very quiet with us, so yeah.
The problem with Barcelona was that even with, on Messi's contract, they would have had 110% of their income going out on wages alone. And even after Messi's moved away, they're still going to have 95% of their overall income going out on wages. Which, 70% is a dangerous number. You ideally want it to be around 40 to 50%, I think.
What is it with us,
I don't know, but look, if we are really one of the highest wage payers in the world, and we pay, 300 odd million a year in wages, something like that. I don't know what our annual turnover was for last year off the top of my head, or for even the calendar year. It is there, the number is out there, but we've been profitable. Apart from, I think, the pandemic year, we've been profitable for the previous 2 years.
Fabrizio Romano said it's the here we go soon for Messi to PSG as well.
That's the whole thing. Like, the whole Messi to PSG thing is so meh, isn't it? Like, it's so bleeding obvious. Like, it would have been Messi to Dortmund, or Messi to Ajax, or Messi to somewhere else would have just been so much more fun.
I think it was Jack Mate said it. He summed it up well. It's like PSG is the one club on the planet you're just not arsed about when that happens. Any other club you'd be interested.
Imagine Messi to Leicester City.
It never happened. But even Man City, obviously you wouldn't like him to be at Man City, but to be able to see him in the Premier League.
Just to see him lift the club that's doing well and close up into contention. I just think it would be interesting. Now, I know when Diego Maradona went to Napoli, I think he was 25 or 26 when he went there, and he transformed Napoli, and then after Napoli he moved on and he went, God, I can't remember where he went after Napoli, but it was another like middling type, or Sevilla. Was it Sevilla? I think it was Sevilla, actually.
I think wasn't Messi linked with Inter Milan a couple of years ago as well? Obviously not going to happen now, but like a club like that again would have been very interesting.
The last time when there was talk of him leaving, which was last year. Yeah. I think it was around March. There was a load of talk on him going to Inter. Right, anyway, let's get back to this one, folks. We've got 8 minutes to go to kick off. It is a full 90-minute game for those wondering. We have had, half-hour games, hour-long games, but this is a regular 90-minute game, so excited to see how the lads get on, how much time Van Dijk gets in his legs. He's had 42 minutes and he's had 20-something minutes, so it'll be interesting to see how long he gets today. And that starting lineup to me, Connor, I'm happy enough to see it. I mean, I think Jimmy Milner's been quite sharp in pre-season as well.
Yeah, I've been impressed by him, to be fair. Every year you think he's going to just lose that bit of fitness, but he still hasn't. Like, man's going to go forever.
Somebody said to me earlier on, where was it? How do I feel about, did we lose Martinez? We haven't lost him because he's not going anywhere by the looks of it. I know Spurs want to sign him, but ask yourself this. Now, please, do or don't take this as me taking a piss out of Spurs, but does he want to leave Inter Milan playing Champions League football to come to London to play in the Europa Conference League?
Has the game been postponed? Someone said 15 minutes. A few people saying it.
I don't know. Why is it taking a lot of people longer to get in with the COVID checks or something?
I was thinking to find out.
Still showing on the screen there right in front of us. 4 p.m.
Yeah. Delayed 15 minutes.
It is delayed?
Yeah, Ian Doyle was saying it.
We've got a few more minutes, ladies and gentlemen. A few more minutes, so let's have a bit of fun. We need Camavinga. Actually, do you know what? There have been some links for Camavinga, but it looks like he's going to run down his contract. It's wrong that he's at, Connor, isn't it, Camavinga?
Yeah, with Doku, same club.
Yeah, well, there you go. Let the two of them run down their contract and we'll have them both next summer.
Just buy Ron as a club, just take him.
Kick-off delayed by 15 minutes. There you go.
There's queues like the whole way around the ground, apparently. The ticket system went down.
Yeah, this new snazzy ticket system.
Yeah, apparently it's gone down.
Yeah. Imagine our club getting a ticketing system wrong. It's very unlike Liverpool.
Could never be our club.
1 second, I just have to send my wife a message because I'm too lazy to walk 8 feet.
Is Curtis Jones alright? Curtis Jones, I presume
Jones,
so. I'd say he's
Jones,
just...
calling Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones, wake up now.
Like, it is worth noting, we are playing again tomorrow, so like the bench today is very, very weak, because I'd imagine all of them lads will be playing tomorrow instead. So I wouldn't worry about any players missing.
Yeah, look, for me again, I just want the lads to get minutes in their legs and be ready for Saturday against Norwich.
Yeah, I think people stress about pre-season too much, especially with results.
Way too much.
Like it's really just not that deep.
Like
it's
Everton have won about 87 pre-seasons. And
who was it about last year? Wasn't it like 11-0 or something?
Oh, they beat some Turkish cow milkers or something, or some Lithuanian fucking hedge trimmers or something.
Part-timers, basically.
Or something like that, yeah.
So even the season we won the league, didn't we lose every game pre-season like 4-0?
Yeah, I think we spoke about this the other day, actually, when we got handed our ass by somebody. Mainz, remember we played 2 games?
We beat Barcelona 4-0, then lost to Mainz 4-0 the following day.
Do you remember that Barca 4-0 game? Do you remember who scored a particularly sexy header?
Marco Grujic, big looping header. I was supposed to be at that game and I forgot to get tickets.
I was supposed to be at that game, but I forgot to get tickets, he says.
Well, like me and my dad were going to travel over them, we just completely forgot, and the tickets were sold like the week before. Raging.
Why aren't we starting Hendo? He wouldn't be fit enough. He's only just back because, you know, England got all the way to the final of the Euros. I don't know if you heard that. They kept it really quiet at the time. But they got all the way to the final of the Euros, meaning he was one of the last ones back to pre-season. So, I guess he's just going to be a little bit behind. Although he was training and doing a lot of stuff when he was on his Jolly Bobs in Mallorca with his family. You spelled Bilbao wrong in the title, somebody said.
It's been fixed. It's refreshing, it'll be fixed.
It's fixed, Connor. I spell nothing wrong. You know this.
My keyboard is dodgy, alright.
There's a particular emoji for our members that sorts this type of stuff out.
And how do you get access to this emoji, you may ask?
How do you get access to the emoji? Well, all you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is simply look in the description of the stream, or if you see a big blue join button, click on said join button and become a member of Anfield Agenda FC. Now, I don't want to say that we've got a lot of good stuff coming up this season, but we've got a lot of good stuff coming up this season and some even more stuff we're working on behind the scenes. Now, a lot of you guys on Twitter might have seen me flirting with the idea of us taking on investment to Anfield Agenda. We've been approached by a couple of separate parties that want to come in and buy a share in Anfield Agenda. We don't know whether we will or won't sell it. We don't know if it's the right time to take on investment to push us on or if we can go another year, but what we do know is that all the 4.99s and the super chats and all that stuff, well, it does help us out a little bit. I think this is the first time I've ever tried to sell stuff, Connor, on the channel, really, for us.
Yeah, look at us.
Basically, I want to drive an Audi Q7, and Connor's already.
I want to eat meat every week. Like it's tough.
Yeah, you want to stop buying that big bag of goujons and rice every week.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it, indeed. I remember, here's a funny story for you. So when we were over in Orlando, first day, I said to Connor, right, come on, we go supermarket. And he bought this bag of chicken fingers, they were called, let's just say. And he ate them every day, twice a day, and he still couldn't get rid of the bag before we left Orlando. It was huge. Yes, the game is delayed, by the way. Couple of minutes.
Connor needs new Wi-Fi is what he means.
What? Which Wi-Fi what?
Mark was saying I need new Wi-Fi, that's what I need money for, like.
Oh yeah, Connor, he's working off CultureNet, which is it's awful. It's basically dial-up. Rumours that Jordan Henderson signed a 3-year deal. Well, that could be the good news that comes out later on tonight, perhaps.
Good shout.
Which, again, would be pretty much exactly what I said the other day I'd like to see happen. Little pay increase, maybe another year. I mean, just call me fucking Craig Stradamus.
You also said that Lewandowski was finished 3 years ago, though, so I'm not letting you forget that.
Prove it.
Sure, it's on stream somewhere.
What else is there? What about your XC90? Said Leo. No, mate. I'm dreaming bigger than XC90s now. Do you know what I mean? I want me that Goldbridge money. Do you know, I want that top tier money. I want Volvo. Volvos are out the window. I want Audi money now. Watching this on CultureNet, said Shane Healy. Craig Stradamus, see? Even JC's in there. You love to see it, JC. What do I think of the Roadrunner? Meep meep.
I couldn't stop laughing the other day, your man giving out, what was he saying? Oh, Mickey Mouse definitely hate that fucking duck. He's just so passionate about it, like.
That's like me with Mighty Red.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not a
Craig
fan.
has just this, I don't know why, there's some massive hatred of Mighty Red. I've no idea why.
I wish my wife would look at a bleeding phone.
Josh Thompson, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC.
You love to see it, Josh?
Liz Golden, thanks for the $5 super chat, saying so excited for this season and all the good stuff happening for Anfield Agenda. WFM. WFM indeed.
Liz. You love to see it. Love to you and the family over in Florida. I wish I was there, literally. Josh, again, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, mate. Great to have you with us. That's now 2 lug nuts ready for the Audi Q7 in the wheel.
There you go, we're getting there.
Have you seen Mo shaved his beard? Well, yes, I'm looking at him right here now, actually, and
Looks strange.
he looks strange, yeah. I mean, he's still a beautiful man, but
But they all stopped changing. Klopp losing the glasses, Salah losing the beard. Oh, don't like it.
can we talk about this for a minute? I'm not a fan of Klopp losing the glasses.
Neither am I.
I'm not a fan of it at
I
all.
don't like it. The glasses were iconic.
He should even go and get, those glasses that you get in deals at a pound shop that have, like, just normal glass in them, no prescription lenses.
Yeah.
He should be just made to go get them.
He looks better with glasses, I think.
He definitely
It
does.
suits him, like.
Yeah, I just like seeing pictures of him with a bottle of Corona on the deck of a boat just doesn't look right unless he has his glasses on. Why did Klopp lose his glasses? I guess either, as Connor said to me the other day, he either got contacts or maybe a bit of LASIK or whatever it's called. Roy says he's stopping at West Ham this summer. Interesting. I mean, there'll be a few Chelsea fans that'll be upset about that. Actually, speaking of Chelsea fans, I'll be recording a video with Alex Goldberg on Tuesday night, which should be out later on in the week. We'll be looking ahead to the season ahead, seeing what he thinks of the transfer business Chelsea and others have done, and another good name to get onto the channel, Connor.
Absolutely, yeah. Good to bit of networking, been making a few friends.
Yeah, it's been a great few months for us with regards to getting to get out and about and meet some other content creators, and I love that top, by the way. The grey version of that top I'm definitely getting.
Not mad on it, to be honest.
The grey one's lovely. Sorry folks, there's Thiago's getting interviewed now in one of the new training tops, and there's a dark grey version of it that I love. Imagine a midfield with Jones and Bellingham. Oh, I know, Josh. And if you maybe add into that Gravenberch or who's the guy we spoke about? Camavinga.
Or Sanchez.
See, and here's the thing. We know we're next summer FC. We know we get frustrated by it, but genuinely, Milner will be moving on next summer probably. So there will be another squad place there available for next summer. And you could almost say that Hendo would then go into the Milner role in the squad, which would mean that younger legs would make sense. The game's been delayed by 15 minutes for those who are coming in a little bit late. It's not us being behind or just waffling and not talking about it. The game has been put back because, shock horror, the all-new ticketing system that was brought into Anfield has shit the bed. I think that this happened at Old Trafford as well, didn't it? When they first had their run of it.
Not sure.
I think there was people waiting to get in for ages that missed a lot of the first half.
Was that the day they all ran onto the pitch? Remember that thing? Remember there was so many people outside and they all just like fell in. They didn't break in or anything. It's a big protest.
No, this was I think that their first pre-season game back with crowds. Yeah, everything was cashless, I think, and they had that new, what are they, NFT tickets, or whatever they're called.
See, that meme going around was the club tweeted, "We are a cashless stadium," and someone just said, like, "We are cashless."
It was brilliant, yeah, we're a cashless club.
Yeah, you spelled club wrong.
Doesn't matter, we'll still take it as a W. Remember Alisson's moustache this season, or last season? Yes, I mean, he can pull any facial hair off. Thiago's not looking happy in that particular picture, is he?
He really isn't.
Is there news tonight? There is some talk that from Kevin Palmer of the Sunday World, who is usually alright actually with stuff like that, Kevin Palmer. He said that there could be some good news released around Anfield later on this evening, and of course if there is, I'll be back on for a late night agenda tonight anyway, but one way or the other, whatever happens, I will be letting you know about it. Please do hit the subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. Drop a like on the video as well. The players are coming out onto the hallowed turf of Anfield now. We are still about, I think, 5 to 10 minutes away from kickoff in this one. But yeah, they are coming out onto the pitch right there now, and great to see fans back inside the stadium. Although, yes, not full capacity yet, partly because the game is at a semi-reduced capacity of 70%, I think, or 75%, and also the ticketing system shit the bed. Thank you, Sabrina. Much appreciated. Give them a wave. Come on. Give them a wave. They're all going to moan at you now. At least say hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello! Hello! Don't worry, I'll leak the nudes online. Might share some of yours as well, Sabrina. Yeah, a lot of people have been asking me this lately, Connor, actually, and I wanted to see if you'd seen nothing on it. Third kit release.
The yellow one.
Yeah, the Ronald McDonald mustard melt.
Has it been released?
No, they're asking about when.
Oh, I have no idea. Like, when was it last year, do you remember? I think it was...
It was late because the season was late.
But, like, was it before the season started?
They usually they usually do that thing where, you know, you get your tenner off for a month when you buy a shirt. That ends, then they release another kit. They do the same. That ends, and then they release another one. So I'd say whenever you get your tenner voucher for your last kit, when that month is up, I'd say probably.
Let me have a Google so I can find anything. Well, there's some ITK accounts saying this morning that we're going to wear for this game, so...
Yeah, yeah. Another reason, just one reason from 5 million not to believe the ITKs. Dr. Jones calling, Dr. Jones, wake up now.
What do you make of the kits this season in the Premier League? I feel like I watched a few videos of people ranking them, and the majority of them are actually horrible.
I didn't want to do the ranking videos thing for the kits because, one, I'm a boomer, and I'm a boomer of epic proportions when it comes to kits, even more so. The older fashion looking the kit, the better for me. Yeah, so I seen Goldberg did it, obviously I seen Togden and Togdad did it, and a few others did their kit videos, but to me, I'm too much of a boomer. I just like old-fashioned looking kits. You know, give me a Boca Juniors or a River Plate or, you know, one of those type of kits and I'm all in. But what we will be doing, maybe I'll get Connor to do his as well, we'll do our predictions for the Premier League. So we'll do the European places, the relegation places, got top goal scorer, and a few other bits and pieces. We'll record that during the week, so that's out before the season starts. And we did put out a video yesterday, actually, where I went through what I would consider the big clubs in the Premier League. I went through their transfer business and, you know, seeing if I think they've done enough for it to affect Liverpool or to affect their charge towards a European place. And it's had some mixed reviews. Obviously, some people think I'm sleeping on some transfers. Some people think I'm bigging up others. But I appreciate that. It's all part of what we do. Everybody has opinions and there is no exact science to it because... Look, if it was that easy, then every club would get all their transfers right. But all in all, if I'm being really honest, as I said in the video, to me right now, and I don't know if the chat would agree with me, I don't know if Connor would agree with me, but to me, I think Manchester City and Chelsea are the teams to probably catch as of this moment.
I'd agree with that, yeah.
And I know it's not nice to hear, and I do think we'll be in and around that top four challenging, but... When I just look at the sheer strength and depth of both of those clubs, what they've spent, it's hard to make an argument as to how I can sit here with a clear conscience and say that throughout the longevity of 38 games, the European Cup and 2 domestic cups, that we can keep pace without adding to our squad.
Kick-off delayed in our 15 minutes.
Another 15 minutes?
Mm-hmm. Neil Jones reporting it.
Right, well, ladies and gents, kick-off being pushed back again until 4:30, so you got more of me and Connor. Hello, Julian Dick, said Mike. You're not the first person, buddy, you won't be the last. I've been called worst. Kloppo's become a member.
I see that, yeah.
Well, he's spending the time well in between the delay, isn't he?
I was going to say, can you give us a few insights, like who's coming in, who's going out?
If this isn't a sign of a big announcement tonight, I don't know what is.
That's true, yeah. It's very odd behaviour from the manager, like.
Welcome. And if anybody else wants to become a member, you can do so by clicking either the blue join button if you see it, or there is a link in the description of the stream. Donald Bellers Kimball, thank you for the super chat. If you two had a boxing match, who wins? If you two had a boxing match, who wins? Oh, me, 100%.
I think I just skip around you and tire you out and then go full on like Homer Simpson, just like tap you over.
See, these are the type of questions that would annoy me, because what he said is absolutely correct. I wouldn't go past 6 minutes and he'd go the full distance. But, one, I'm far more versed in the sport than he is. Two, he's far, 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 far more fit than I am. And three, I'm about 4 weight divisions above him, so it would be entirely unfair.
I'd have a longer reach as well.
That is very true. Very true. So, yeah.
It's only one way to find out.
Why are people always obsessed with that, though? I mean, look, I'll be honest with you, and I've talked about this with him. I'm looking forward to him fighting Jake Paul. That's where I'm going with this. I want to be his Mickey from Rocky. I want to be in his corner, and I want him fighting Jake Paul, and I want to be there. Imagine the montage of me and Goldbridge training him for a fight against Jake Paul. You'd love to see it.
Why is it delayed? It's because Messi's private jet's running late. They're looking to announce him at half time, so we're just making sure he gets there on time.
Yeah, they're having a problem in the club shop. They've tried to print about 8 Messi shirts and they've burned them all so far, so they're just getting ready. And Mbappe, well, I think Mbappe beats both of us in a boxing match, to be fair.
Probably just for the pure fitness, yeah.
And by the way, let me just congratulate Ireland on another gold medal in boxing this morning. I mean, absolutely unbelievable achievement. Young lady from Dublin, and there's street parties going on all over Dublin now. I was up this morning watching it at 4 minutes past 6, and yeah, just brilliant. I mean, that's 2 Irish gold medal female boxers we've had in Katie Taylor as well. Michael Carruth, the last Irishman to win a gold in boxing, and Mick Conlon won his fight as well on Friday night up in Belfast, which was great to see. And finally, Kid Galahad won his IBF title last night as well at Matchroom Square Gardens, as Eddie Hearn likes to call it. So lots of good stuff coming up. And our boy was there, Conor, last night at the fight as well. Josh Warrington was being interviewed at ringside. We're going over to see him in a couple of weeks' time.
I seen that, yeah. I seen a bit of them fights last night. Should be good. Looking forward to that, going over to that.
It's going to be great. Finally, it's been a long time since I've got to see Katie Taylor fight, and I'm really looking forward to being able to cheer her on.
It's a long time since we went to any kind of event.
Yeah, it really is, man. And look, we're spoiling ourselves. We've 2 big ones. We've got that, and we've got the AJ fight then coming up at the end of September as well.
Happy days.
Somebody said, Darren said he hit $500 on UFC last night. You love to see it, man. Well played. You love to see it. Isn't it so funny the other way? Like, gambling is illegal in a lot of America, but they have DraftKings openly just...
Yeah, it's a very grey area, isn't it? And even then, like, isn't there certain states you can gamble in?
Yeah, Nevada, but there's a lot of what they call, it's off bet tracking that is mainly illegal. So like you can usually go in some states in America and bet at a horse racing track, or there's just no bookies, so to speak.
Yeah.
What else have we got? AJ Usyk, yeah, that's going to be a belter, Theo. We're very much looking forward to that fight. We were fortunate to get tickets in the end. Thought we'd lost out, managed to get them last minute. And we already had the flights booked, so that was handy.
Ryanair's finest.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. Do you know what? I'm actually delighted because the tickets that we got to go over and watch Josh Warrington against Lara, Ryanair, we had €270 worth of Ryanair vouchers from the time we were supposed to go over to watch Liverpool Villa. That is, 16 months ago? And we finally got to use them. We used them for the flight for the Warrington-Lara fight, which is great. Liverpool are definitely falling behind in the transfer window, said Harry Sinden. Well, Connor, look, I gave my take on this last night. Looking at the big clubs, so City bringing in Grealish, a couple of unknown guys from Fluminense, and looking at Harry Kane, which isn't over the line yet. United with Varane and Sancho looking to bring in the number 6. Manchester City after bringing in that guy Gill, another guy. Sorry?
Spurs bringing Gill.
Sorry, Spurs bringing in Gill and bringing in another guy as well from Atlanta Romero.
Yeah.
And then the goalkeeper that's on loan with an option to buy or an obligation to buy. We've seen Chelsea obviously get Lukaku in, Jules Koundé about to come in the line, and the business they've done in previous windows. Are you worried?
I think I'm beyond the point of worrying at this stage. I'm pretty much just like, pretty much like you're saying, I think Chelsea and Man City are the teams to beat, unfortunately. But then, I know it's a really old and annoying saying, but like having Van Dijk back is like a new signing basically, and having everyone back to fitness, like there's not too many better 12 or 13 players than what we have at least. I wouldn't say we've quite the same 18-man squad as other teams, but if we can keep everyone fit, then we're definitely going to be up there. But I wouldn't be... We're going to challenge, but I wouldn't be confident enough to say, like, yes, definitely we're finishing first. Not a chance to be that confident.
Yeah, what gets me is I agree about the first 12, 13, 14 players, but what I'd also say is people are used to playing those 12, 13, 14 players, whereas if you bring in a new signing like a Varane, a Sancho, a Koundé, or, you know, like when Mohamed Salah first came into Liverpool, he caught everybody cold. Nobody knew how to play against him, and he had that unbelievable season where he just ripped up records. So there's always that surprise factor when you bring a signing in as well.
But then with Jota kind of cementing himself in the first 11, do you reckon, could that be a bit of a change that could help us?
Well, I think Diogo Jota deserves his place in the first 11 ahead of Bobby Firmino as things currently stand, in my humble opinion.
I'd agree, yeah. Or else maybe, I don't know, probably won't go 4-2-3-1, because I feel like if we were going to do that, we'd already be starting to do that. But at least we have options there now, a few. But we could do with another few.
Couple of things that have surprised me though. One, still unknown what really is the plan with Takumi Minamino is, will Origi move on? Are we going to get to 12.5 or whatever it is million for Shaqiri? Because we need to have, maximum we can have is 17 overseas players, and if my recollection is right, we currently have 18.
I think we've bang on what we have, to be honest. I'm not sure. I think we have like the exact number. I think that was the idea behind Salah and Origi or Shaqiri.
Zotti loves you said, Craig, how do I join the Discord? Check out the community tab. Connor, I'll get Connor to refresh the link right there now, so it's there. So if you are a member, go to the community tab of our YouTube channel and you'll see a link there to the Discord, mate. It's only viewable to members, so you'll see it there. Click on that and that will invite you to join. Craig, I went on an Anfield tour yesterday and it was amazing. You love to see it, Ashley. Well played. Glad to hear you had a good day.
Did you ever do the tour?
I haven't done the tour since the new main stand has been done. But I've done the old ones, yes, but I haven't done it since they added the Steven Gerrard collection and the new main stand. So I will do it next time I'm over. Usually I'm just in and out on the same day.
Yeah.
But I've never actually done the... I know I have done that one. I've been in the change rooms, I've been in the media room. But yeah, it was in the old one before the main stand was finished.
I was there just as they were building the stand, because I remember they gave us like a 15% off voucher to come back when it was done. But I did see the Gerrard exhibit and stuff, which was quite good. It's worth doing, it's very good.
I mean, there are a few more story clubs around. I mean, I don't know if you've said you've done this before. I don't know, I can't remember. Did you do the Burnabout tour? Or not the Burnabout, the Nou Camp tour?
I done Nou Camp, yeah, I done that twice.
Very strange, isn't it? The way you're just kind of left to your own devices to wander around.
Yeah, and what's weird about it as well, a lot of it is very run down. Like it's mad.
Yeah,
like,
it's a kip.
Like when we were in Spurs' new stadium last year, like it's just night and day beyond 90% of the world stadiums. It's just impeccable.
One thing that was amazing though in the Nou Camp was the trophy room.
Yeah, crazy.
That was very impressive. I happened to be there actually after Barca had won the Champions League, so got to have the picture taken with the trophy and all there. But yeah, as Connor said, particularly when you look up into the higher echelons of the main stands and stuff.
I was sitting at the very top of it at a game actually, some view, and we had like the ultras right underneath us and like some noise out of them. It's a fantastic stadium. I
got to see them go play Valencia there at one point and actually coughed up for some decent tickets because I'm petrified of heights. And right up at the back of the Nou Camp, there's fuck all railing.
No, there's nothing.
I wasn't going near that, like. Not
what
a
year
chance.
was this? What year? I was at a Valencia game.
Were you?
Yeah, what year was this?
Sabrina was pregnant with Lucas, so it would have been about 10 years ago. I was in Salou.
No, I don't think it was that long. I think mine was like 7 or 8 years ago.
It's quite easy to get tickets actually when you're over there.
Yeah, we went with a school.
And all sell them.
We went with a school tour. Like we had like 30 or 40 of us there, all sitting together.
Yes, good. But on that, where else did you go with your school tour? Oh, for a very big game, Connor. Tell this story.
It was actually crazy. Like, so every year, like our school always just brings us over to like one game. Was for like I think it was the first or second year trip. They always go over to a Premier League game. So we ended up going to Man City versus QPR. Aguero moments. I swear to God, there was at least 40 of us sitting in a block together, as in we got 40 seats together on the last day of the season for Man City win the league. Like, how ridiculous is that?
Can you imagine in any time where, with a couple of weeks to go ahead of the season finishing, Liverpool in a title race, anybody being able to get a block of 40 seats together to watch that game? So Connor was actually inside the Etihad for that Aguero moment.
So I didn't get to hear the Aguero moment by seeing it.
Madness, like, I couldn't believe it when you first told me that story.
And no, I'm not a Man City fan before anyone says that. So it's like the school just gets tickets to a random game every year.
We're thinking of actually, when we go over to Leeds for the it's in the international break, but when we go over for the Warrington Lara fight, because League 1 and 2 still play, we're thinking of going to Bradford actually. They're playing Walsall that day. We're thinking of going to Bradford and Walsall before we go down to the boxing, which should be fun.
Yeah, any football is good.
And I'm trying to drag Connor along to the world's most renowned Oasis tribute act.
Oh yeah, what was it called again? Was it definitely something?
It's definitely something. I don't know what they're called. No, still delayed for those coming in. And look, we've 1,700 people in the live chat right now. Thank you guys so much for being with us. It's not just myself today. I'm joined by the other half of Anfield Agenda, Mr. Connor Crosby, aka Blame Connor. And he's sitting here proudly in the away kit, actually. Because, as I said to you guys before, he's a much more slim-built type fella. You guys, you youngsters can get away with that away kit. Chunky butts like me, not so much.
Fucking lovely shirt.
It is. It looks. Yeah, it's a nice shirt, and I do like a shirt with a collar. But
I love collars, though, man. Like it's not white. It's kind of an off, kind of beigey type of. I don't know what you even call it. It's not pure white, which is nice. So.
Someone said, Craig, how often do you go to Anfield? The honest answer to that question is whenever I can get a ticket, which is not very often these days. Like, people laugh and go, oh, you're home sitting on your sofa, lad. They're like, you get me 19 home season tickets and I'll be at 19 home games. You see that? And I know I'm not the only one that's in this situation, Connor, because, you know, it's very easy for people to laugh at us from other clubs and go, yeah, you're a sofa fan, you sit at home, but get us tickets and we'll go.
Yeah, like it's either you can't get tickets or you have to pay literally 8 times the price. Was my cousin was actually at the Barcelona 4-0 game, the one at Anfield, like, and I think he paid something like €400 just for like the ferry across and that. Like, there was no hotel or flights or anything involved. It was crazy.
Yeah, I was even looking at the corporate hospitality for a few of the games around September, October, and like the ones that were left were like the 1892 club and stuff, and it was like £699 or something like that for your match day experience, and that's before you're travelling your hotel and all.
Is that one of the ones where you get to meet some like random legend and stuff?
Yeah, you get a 4-course meal and you go into a nice area and blah de blah. I mean, there's other options, but they just were sold out, like the Sandon and a few other. There's the Hilton and a few other ones, but even the cheapest ones are usually like above £300 sterling before you even factor in your flights and then you get them and you're called an out-of-towner who's stopping normal fans getting tickets. And look, I've explained this before. I understand this whole ecosystem and argument, and everybody has a valid point. Someone here is just flexing. I have a season ticket in the Cop.
Just saying that.
Look, fair play. I don't begrudge it, mate. Well played.
Will, how much do you want for it? Come on.
Yeah. You know, help a brother out, Will. Game starts at 4:30. It was originally a 4 p.m. kickoff, but it has been pushed back to 4:30. We were actually at Liverpool against Athletic Club before, Conor, remember, in Dublin.
Yeah, the Aviva, wasn't it? Okay, what was the score in that game? I don't even remember now.
So I've been to fair. We had this lovely period where Liverpool were coming over consistently to the Aviva. There was the game that they played, obviously.
Do we go to that together?
I think so, yes. Well, see, we've been to a few. I've been to that one. I've been to obviously the Sean Cox.
So we went to that one together, and then that was Liverpool Legends, wasn't it? And then was it Shamrock Rovers a couple of years ago?
Yeah, and there was another. I think we played a game against. Was it another Spanish team as well?
I think it was Villarreal or something. It wasn't them, I don't think.
No, I don't think it was Villarreal.
Someone like that.
Yeah, we were lucky. We had this nice period where they were over every few years in Dublin. There's tickets for tomorrow, says Blade. Yes, I looked at it and I did even mention it to you, Connor, didn't I?
Yeah,
In all seriousness.
I'm not fully vaccinated yet, so we can't go.
Connor hasn't got a second jab, so we couldn't go that quickly. But even the flights for that game tomorrow were working out well. It was working at about, I think, €65 return from Dublin for the game tomorrow. But yeah, Connor's not second jab, so we couldn't go. But
we played Napoli as well.
Napoli,
we were
yes.
at that game.
Yes. I do remember that game. Oh, we played Napoli and we had the most one-sided referee, I think, in the history of football.
I vaguely remember that.
Gave us everything. Everything.
I think we won like 3 or 4-0, didn't we?
Yeah, the ref gave us everything that day. It was Bilbao and Napoli are both right in the chat, and we were at them both. And at the Legends game, obviously, for the Sean Cox, the one where they're raising money for the Cox family. And that was beautiful to see so many people turn out for that as well. You haven't even had your first jab yet, Jacob. Hey, look, firstly, man, we're not here to judge people or tell you what to do. We're only just talking about our own experiences. But if you're talking from a point of view of you want it and you haven't got it yet, well, I hope it comes soon. But look, what people do is their own business. We're not here to tell anybody what to do or not to do. That everybody has their own mind and they can make it up themselves. But what I will tell you to do is hit the motherfucking subscribe button. That's the only thing you're going to hear from me telling you guys to do. And drop a like on the video as well. Everybody keeps asking where they can watch the game. The only place to see all of the games in pre-season legally is LFC TV and LFC TV Go. We're watching it here on LFC TV. And patiently, it looks like it's starting to fill up a bit, Connor, to be fair now. It looks like a lot more people have gotten into Anfield.
Yeah, I think finally they're starting to get in. What we say, 75% today, I think, is it?
Yeah, you can see a lot of it's the back of the top of the main stand and to the very left there seems to be where the gaps are.
Yeah.
Got your second jab yesterday, said Avnice. Your arm is sore as fuck, but at least you got your jab, mate. Well done, delighted for you. My wife got her second jab during the week. My daughter's had her first. Connor's awaiting his second one. You know, me being, a fat, overweight asthmatic had mine ages ago, both of them. Why is it so slow getting people in? They've redone the ticketing system, Caelan, for this season, so it's all paperless now. They're all NFT tickets, and there's obviously just a problem with the ticketing system, which is one of the reasons why they wanted to do these test games, to make sure that when the time the Premier League rolls around, this stuff doesn't happen. Do you think Liverpool will sign someone? Yes, I genuinely do, Benjamin. I would go as far as to say I think 2. What's your gut feeling, Connor?
I don't know. Time's running out, but I'd imagine there'll be at least one, because I think Shaqiri and Origi probably will get sold, hopefully. So you'd be hoping maybe a midfielder and a forward.
Did you say something to me about Origi in the last day?
There was, what was a Football Insider or something was saying West Ham are going to make 15 million bid or something. Which, to be fair, should be snapping our hands off for that.
So basically, we give them 20 million and Origi
for Jared
Bowen.
What do you make of Jared Bowen? Like, I'm sure he's a good player, but it's really just so underwhelming.
Yeah, it's tough to be critical, because if Edwards and Klopp and Linders and the rest of the recruitment team, Dave Fallows, if they've all sat down, they've ran the numbers. They've very rarely gotten it wrong, have they? Even when they are... So, like, I said this before, I'll be the first one to admit, when I seen Mohamed Salah signing for Liverpool, I thought, good signing, might be a risk, but I didn't see him doing what he did. Diogo Jota, I thought, okay, he's done well at Wolves, but I've seen inconsistencies. He surprised me. Fabinho surprised me at exactly how good he was. So... my situation's always just been, I want Klopp to get the players he wants.
Yeah, it's tough to be critical when, like, out of all the signings he's made, it's probably like Shaqiri, I wouldn't call him a flop. Minamino, very cheap, so hard to be a flop. Karius, again, very, very cheap and played decently for a good bit of it.
So those 3, let's just say alone, that's under 20 million quid.
Yeah,
or just over 20 million quid. And even if they all flopped, still at one shitty signing flopping normally.
Naby Keita has probably iffy. But like then again, when he plays, he's been good. Again, it's just injury, so like you can't really call him a flop either. But like you said, yeah, nearly everyone we brought in has hit the ground running and been perfect. Because I seen an interesting take actually. I think it was Ross Chandley was saying on Twitter that like when we sign players, we're there praising Michael Edwards and everyone saying how brilliant they all are. But then, is it also not Michael Edwards' fault that we're not accepting these bids for the likes of Origi and Shaqiri and offloading them quicker? But like when it's that, we blame the owners. When we're signing players, it's all Michael Edwards' genius.
Yeah.
It's an interesting
fair points, like, but I guess that's part of the joy of us being fickle football fans, isn't it? That we get to be that picky. Rail seating at Anfield, yes, there is some in the upper part of the Kop, and I think they were installing it in some of the Annie Road end, I think, if my memory's right. But I've seen the ones in the Kop have been installed at the top rows of the back, which is great to see. It's been trialled for a year, and then I suppose it'll be re-looked at from there.
People saying Minamino's a flop. He probably is, but then when he only costs 7 million, it's not exactly like a massive flop, is it? Or I don't know. Does transfer fee come into flop status really? I think it does because it's a low risk one. Like
yeah, and look, you get it back from tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I suppose it does take up an overseas place in the squad, and it does take up some wage, so I understand that point as well. I think we signed Bowen. Somebody said he's definitely got potential, especially on the Klopp. Hi Craig, like the hoodie. If we don't sign any new players, is that you done with the owners? Look, I'm pretty much done with the owners anyway, mate. I'm just Team Klopp, Team Pep Linders, Team Liverpool, and the players. I just want the owners to just shut the fuck up at this point and leave everybody to do what they want to do, because they either pony up the cash or they don't. But you know, one thing I've said is consistently, look, whatever we think about transfers and not transfers, and we all have valid points, it has been a relief over the past 3 years to not have people coming in to take our best players. So if nothing else, that alone has been a relief. I'm not saying it's good enough, because it isn't, but it has been a nice change, Connor, from having Barca, Real Madrid and coming in trying to poach our players.
True, and even like we're at the point now, if we did lose a major player, it's not like we're so reliant. Like when we had Coutinho, I'd say he was pretty much head and shoulders above the rest of the team. But like when you have Salah, Mane, Fabinho, Van Dijk, Alisson, like you have a lot of very, 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 very top level players, which is always good as well.
Salah. Right, we're about to kick off, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Mike Dean's the ref. You love to see it. We're underway. We're underway. The clock is on the screen if anybody wants to check it out. And we are now underway. Liverpool playing from right to left in the first half. Ball back with Alisson. He puts his boot through it, launches long. Goes out looking for Mohamed Salah. Bilbao wearing a very fetching light green kit. The Reds, of course, in our home kit. Not looking like United today with the black shorts. We actually have the red ones on.
I think there was a few pictures dug up from other friendlies like that over the years, wearing like mad combinations of shorts and socks and shirts.
Apparently it was that we planned on wearing the away shirt, but it clashed. They thought it was too close to the shirts from the other team, so that's why last minute changed to the home jerseys.
Trying to think, who were we playing that game again?
God, we played somebody who wasn't hurt. Was it hurt?
Oh, Bologna, was it?
Bologna, yes, sorry, Bologna.
What colour was their shirt? It wasn't white, was it?
No, they wear red and black, don't they? Or did they wear white that day?
Maybe.
I can't remember. Milner swaps the ball out left hand side. Mane, go on Sadio lad, have a run. Cuts inside, dispossessed. And look, Bilbao are now mugs, by the way. Bilbao are a very good team. They have it now right hand side.
Iñaki Williams is a great player as well.
Ball across. Ooh. They were a touch away from that going in, to be fair. Again, ball forward, goes behind. It'll be a goal kick to the Reds. There's nothing annoys me more at times when we don't attack the Annie Road end in the first half. We are in this half attacking the Kop end in the second half. It's all good, but when we lose the toss and teams turn us around, I like to think it makes us a bit angrier.
It is mad, yeah, to get into these customs or traditions.
Robbo with a switch across. Just about gets away with it, but finds its way over to Trent. Trent, ball in field. Looking for Harvey Elliott, he misses out. Milner now. Go on, Jimmy. Well done, Jimmy, lad. There's Naby, lad. Oh, look at that.
He's going to make us believe again, isn't he?
He is. He's doing Naby things again. Little ball in to Harvey Elliott. He goes to ground. Nothing doing. Ball goes through to the keeper. But again, great footwork from James Milner and Naby Keita there to make that break from midfield. We're all in again. Put him in the FPL team. We're all ready to go on Naby Keita. Opinions on Van Dijk starting, said Tommy. Delighted, mate. Interested to see how much he gets. Will they try and build him up to 60 as an example? Because he got 20, just over 20, then about 42, 43 against Bologna. Be interesting to see exactly how long he gets today. I missed your show last night. Sorry for that, said Jens. It's alright, mate. There wasn't one. So you're all good, buddy. Yesterday was our day off. We just put out a pre-recorded video. But again, mate, please never apologise for missing the stream. It's a pleasure to have you guys with us. Let's see if we can get it to over 2,000 live viewers today, Connor. What do you reckon?
Hopefully get there, yeah.
Spam Twitter there and Insta or whatever and tell them we're on. No one is answering you over Spurs 60 million move. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If you're talking about the Lautaro Martinez thing, it's been put to bed by Fabrizio Romano, who said that Inter aren't selling Lautaro Martinez despite Spurs' interest. If that's what you're talking about, I'm not sure if it is. Hey Craig, were you watching the Community Shield? Oh, I was. And I won't lie, when I seen Iheanacho step up for the penalty, I thought, is this fucker going to miss this on purpose? Because I still, to this day, believe he missed that chance against Man City on purpose.
100%. That was
And it was a shy penalty as well, by the way, yesterday.
I didn't actually see it in the end.
I am delighted that Leicester won it, by the way. They had a good chance as well at the end of the first half that Vardy just missed on. I think it took a good save from Stefan, but yeah, it was nice to see what it meant to Leicester and their fans and their owner.
People asking about the bench is fairly weak. So we have Karius, Pitaluga, Reece Williams, Kate Gordon, Ben Woodburn, Owen Beck, Harry Kane, Morton, Bradley and Billy Cometio.
Yeah, importantly weak because we're playing again tomorrow. So
yeah,
here's Naby. Go on, son. Ball into the left channel looking for Choo Choo Robbo. Little bit over hit, goes out for a throw into Bilbao right hand side. By the way, if you ever do want to visit the Spanish ground, from what Graham Hunter and other people have told us, Athletic Bilbao's ground in is it San Sebastian is apparently an absolutely wonderful place to visit. I've been told that the hospitality in it as well, the ground's fully linked in like a bowl shape, and if you're in hospitality you can do the whole lap, and there's different wines and different meats and cheeses from different regions as well as part of the culinary experience of the hospitality.
Sounds good. That's our next adventure as well.
Well, yeah, I've been trying to hint at Graham Hunter to try and sort us out some hospitality for that. Good ball into the penalty area. Sadio does well, shows good upper body strength to keep possession. Back to Robbo. We've got a whole new season lineup coming up for you guys as well. So we're going to be getting Jack Gill going live on Instagram Live to announce the team lineups. I'll be doing my usual watch along starting 30 minutes before the game. Then my post-match show. Jack Gill will then be doing his own post-match reactions, and we'll have so much more content coming up this season. Good news as well is we did a live podcast the other day. We did it to see how you guys felt about it, and the numbers were brilliant. The response was brilliant, so we're going to do that as a regular thing as well. The podcast will be hopefully twice a week and live on the channel, so you won't be just hearing my boring voice all the time. Connor, you said Harry Kane is on the bench. No, he said Kane is on the bench.
I think I did say Harry actually.
Oh,
was
yeah.
his name Harry? Was there Herbie Kane?
Herbie, yeah. I said Harry the other day as well.
I'm sure there was another Harry Kane that played for us or someone as well, no?
No, there's a Herbie Kane and a Jay Kane.
My mistake. Hashtag blame Connor, get in the chat. I said it with such confidence as well. I was there thinking, I'm going to drop the knowledge now, then they'll go like, yeah, his name actually is Harry. It's like, no, apparently not.
Jack Gill talking about youth. No, he will be doing that video, Mick, but he'll be doing the team announcement news live on Instagram Live. Well, on Instagram Live when the team gets announced for each league or Champions League game. Then I'll do my usual build up to the show with the watch along. Then I'll do my review or post-match show. Jack will do his, and then the podcast twice a week. And Jack will be doing some other bits and pieces on our socials as well. We're trying to build up the amount of content we can bring you for the new season.
You won't be able to open any app without seeing us there.
Yeah, we're taking over this year. And just think, if we do take on that investment, the amount of hookers we'll be able to pay for, be brilliant. Be Tony Montana and up in this motherfucker.
They'll make great content, won't they?
Yeah. What's up, everybody? How are we all doing today? Is it on LFC TV or Sky? LFC TV, mate, on LFC TV Go. Craig, do you think it's a signing, the news tonight? Some people think it's Henderson after agreeing a new contract, which would be good, but yeah, you mean ideally you'd like a signing, or Salah signing a new deal, but we should try and sell Herbie Kane for a discount at 100 million. That's why Daniel Levy can't let him go, is we own him. That's the problem here.
Give him the Spurs as a replacement.
Can you stream LFC TV Go on your phone? Yes, you can. Absolutely. That it is the mobile app, like it is the mobile function. And I think they had an offer as well. I don't know if it's still on, but they did have an offer to get, sign up and you'll get 1 month free.
I didn't see that. I had to pay the €6 or whatever it was.
Over the top here, Bilbao. The flag must have gone up because everybody stopped. Yeah.
I was going to say Trent could have ran across.
Yeah.
Offside.
Did round Allison and tap the ball into the net, but the flag was up, so was offside. Still 0-0. Will you have Vardy or Kane? Keep who's the most trophy man? I wouldn't particularly fancy either of them. Well, oh, clever from the keeper. Look, they're both cracking goal scorers, don't get me wrong, but if I was to want Liverpool to bring in a signing right now, I'd want the striker, 23, 24. Something no older than that, really. That was very clever by the keeper. Fair play. Hi, Craig. Do you think Liverpool will sign Mbappe? The answer is no, but genuinely I think we should be trying to. Ball across. They've nearly caught us out with that twice now, Connor. That early ball across the front of the 6-yard box.
Yeah, is it us not getting back quick enough or not resetting, do you reckon? Or?
It's just, I think, the pace of their counter-attack. Look, simple ball in behind Robbo. Early ball across. That's a worrying sign. Where was Virgin that setup as well? I'd seen... I might have just missed it and screamed, but I had seen Matip get back. I'd seen Trent was... I don't know if Virg was just out with shot, or... Again, Robbo sloppiness there. Gives the ball away. Ball eventually goes out for a Bilbao throw. I have Nike shoes, Craig. Congrats, Melissa. Fair play. Nothing I like more than a good pair of kicks. Another Bilbao throw-in. I think Goretzka from Bayern would be a good fit. Have you seen his wages, Justin? I think he's on about 350 grand a week or more at Bayern Munich. And I remember Melissa Reddy saying that was the reason we were out of the race to sign him, because he wanted huge money.
Yeah, we were in for him that summer he went to Bayern, weren't we?
And that's before he became the Incredible Hulk.
What do they feed their players? Who was I seen the other day? Alphonso Davies, I think, was it? He's after bulking up now as well.
Well, that's why Klopp went and nicked a load of their brightest and best. Here we go, Harvey Elliott, look at that. Ooh. Ball over the top to Salah. Salah, good goalkeeping.
Good ball in as well.
That's what I've been saying to you. That little link up between those two has excited me in pre-season. Harvey Elliott and Mohamed Salah have a great wavelength. And that was an exceptional ball by Harvey. Good first attempt by Mo, but the keeper did very well, in fairness to him. But again, Harvey Elliott's shown that he belongs at this level. Lovely ball in behind there to Mane, who goes to ground, never a pen on. These are the type of situations that will annoy me this season. He should have been stronger than that. Mo would have held that up. That's the one thing about Sadio that frustrates me at times, is he should have been stronger in possession here. He should have been able to hold this up. Yes, he got a tap into, but not enough to go down. Jens said, did I see United versus Everton? Oh, it's 1-0. It's 1-0. It is 1-0, ladies and gentlemen. And Diogo's Jota continues his good form in pre-season. You love to see it. I'll talk you through the replay now in a second, but he doesn't need many chances to score, does he, Diogo? Bing, bang, bosh, jobs are good and keeper's beaten. 1-0. And look at the crowd inside Anfield celebrating. It is great to see. Again, another short kick out that has caused teams trouble. Naby did well. Sadio, beautiful layoff. Diogo Jota across the keeper, 1-0. Again, keepers have been caught out against us, either throwing it out or playing short corners. This time Naby has the ball, he wins a little 1-2 to Sadio, or a little ball to Sadio. Diogo Jota blasts it past the keeper, and it is 1-0 to the Reds. Connor, can I get an amen?
Amen. So enthusiastic.
Amen.
Amen.
You love to see it. Diogo Jota. Again, kind of just... we're on the attack again. Salah now. Go on, Mo. Pulls it back. Elliot. Looking for support. It just goes to what we were saying, Connor, about earlier on. Will Jota start the season ahead of Firmino? And I think reasons like that are why I would say yes.
The man's a machine. He just never stops scoring.
You love to see it. Diogo's Jota, ladies and gentlemen, doing bits again. Another super chat that I missed said, oh my goodness, I'm watching the Liverpool pre-season watch along. I'm a United fan from India. I hate you, Craig. What are you doing to me? I'm a charming motherfucker, mate. I keep saying this to people. You know, you'll want to hate me, but you'll come in and you'll just want to give me a hug by the end of the stream. But I tell you what I'll do, mate. Because you're from India and I love Indian people that watch football because they're a beautiful bunch. Fist bump from me to you. I hope you're well, mate, and sorry, but I'm not sorry at the same time because it's great to have you here. Ric Flair time. Does he deserve a Ric Flair, Connor? There's woo! Don't know how that went down there with them mics, by the way. That could have been a definitely experience. We needed the old Goal Jota song, and a proper one, a catchy one. Oh, Alisson.
Kev Wright had a really good one. It was
yeah, but you see the problem is Kev Wright can sing, and I can't.
I think it was to the tune of Mamma Mia. It was quite good.
I know. I refuse point blank.
Why?
Because I hate ABBA.
How can you hate ABBA?
I don't know. I have very strong feelings against ABBA and the Beatles, and I've no idea why. Well, I've more of an idea with ABBA, but oh, look at that!
Great ball.
Beautiful ball by Naby into the path of Salah. Salah now. Oh! So close! Diogo's nearly got number 2. Very unselfish from Mohamed Salah.
Lovely ball across him.
Everybody was expecting him to try and cut in onto his left foot to get a shot. The defender had already made his body shape, but Salah used the outside of his left foot, played the ball around trying to get it to Jota, who got a connection on it, but it was cleared off the line. You know, this is the type of stuff that gets us excited, Connor. This is why we know we have a good group of players.
What a combination as well. Mane, big long ball up to Salah. Salah ran in, lovely little dink across to Jota.
Was it Mane?
I think it was Mane, wasn't it?
Again, this is one of them situations where...
I'm fairly sure it was Mane dropping deep, I'm fairly sure.
I'm so scared to say that I see Mane and Keita as very similar looking people because people go, yeah, they're both black. It's got nothing to do with that. Their builds, their frames, their running style, they're very similar.
They're even on the same side of the pitch, aren't they?
Oh, so close. Who was that initial ball from? Look at that from Salah though, lovely. Very unselfish.
Someone exposed me. Was it Mane? Whoever it was, great ball anyway. Salah, lovely little dink across. Unfortunate not to finish.
Look at this again, the sharpness. Little triangle. Here goes Harvey Elliott. Go on, Harvey, son. Falls back, Salah's next in.
Who scored? Jota scored about 3 or 4 minutes ago.
Yeah, Diogo's doing things again. Jota 25 max this season, I reckon. Naby played the ball to Salah. Nah.
Worth noting I'm half blind as well. So.
Hashtag Connor's a racist.
Connor's over party.
Yeah, you're now cancelled Free kick to the Reds, right on the edge of the penalty area here, left-hand side. Andy Robertson's gone down holding his, just the lower part of his right hip.
Great medical information here.
Yeah.
Holding his leg.
The hippus maximus meridius bonus ouchius. Is Harvey Elliott playing well? Yes. Yes. I've said it all along. I love the connection he has with Mo down that right side. Add in a little bit of Trent and, you know, you've got yourself a sexy recipe there. We're inching towards 2,000 live viewers, Connor, bit by bit.
Come on, we can do it. Everyone does. If everyone shares it with like their man, we'll have like 6,000 people.
Keep sharing it. Let's see if we can get 2,000 live viewers for a pre-season friendly, folks. And again, please do keep hitting that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video. And Connor will drop some nudes then later on the Anfield Agenda Instagram. Oh, sorry, OnlyFans.
It's only fair, like.
Ball in.
Van Dijk playing striker.
Oh, go on, lad. Go on, Trent. Ooh. Oh, you fucker of a keeper. How dare you. Trent's had everything there. Footwork, just about to pick out the far corner, and the keeper had the cheek to make a good save. How dare you, sir. Look at this from Trent. Touch. Bye-bye, son. See you later. Opens up the body. Ooh. Oh, I'm falling in love all over again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready to be hurt this season. Go on. Go on. Oh, God, you filthy boy. Go on, Sadio. Oh, unlucky. Oh, it's just football and porn. I'm loving this. Look, they're not even allowed getting attacked because Verd says, nah. Here we go again, Trent. Look at how central Trent is there, by the way.
Yeah.
That's why when people said to me, play Trent central mid, I say, look at his heat map. Very similar to João Cancelo at Man City in that he's all over the place. Milner.
Go on.
Oh, lucky. Into Jota, back to Naby, lad. Out to Robbo. Robbo measures across to the far post. Go on, Harvey. Harvey Elliott keeps it in play. Has a look up. Tries a little ball in. Cleared away again by Athletic Club Bilbao.
Someone in the chat genuinely thinks we have an OnlyFans now.
Oh, we do have an OnlyFans, yeah. I mean, you want a widescreen monitor to see me in my full glory, like. And I'm not talking about my manhood. I'm just talking about my moobs. No, of course we don't have an OnlyFans, mate.
What was it you dubbed yourself that time? Mr. Worldwide?
Yeah, instead of Mr. Worldwide, I've dubbed myself Mr. Wellwide. Because I'm not lying, I do want to be Pitbull. I'm not even going to lie about it.
You have the hair down to the teeth so far now, so.
You can see me at the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. There'll be a few times this season where I'll be singing, it's going down, we're yelling timber. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky, lads. It's just brilliant, this. I'm so enjoying this game. Oh, ball over the top. Is it Iñaki? We're back. We've got lads back on the line. Yeah, well, Alisson doing bits. Oh, yes, Jimmy. Jimmy has the calmness of mind to head it back then to Alisson, who's after just making a save. You love to see it. Look at Robbo going for the line as well. Good man. Look at this from Alisson. What a man. Alisson there. 2027 Alisson, as we shall now call him, Connor.
Yeah, 6-year deal, isn't it? Happy days.
6 years.
I think, was he going to be like 34 or something at ends? He's going to be rolled in there.
Just think about this, right? He was at one point close to going to Madrid. They wanted him. Eventually chose Liverpool, and now he just absolutely loves the club and the club family. You love to see it.
Yeah, he'll be 35 when that contract ends. Happy days.
Fine for a goalkeeper, to be fair.
But like, it's just the fact that we're tying down these fantastic players to them ages is ridiculously good.
He'll be 35 and he'll still be a handsome son of a bitch.
Well, that man loves to be handsome. He's like, I can't think of an example. You know them lads who are like 60, but you still go like, yeah, they're still in good nick, like, you know.
Did you see Graham Souness lately?
That's a good example,
That's ridiculous, by the way.
Good example.
I don't care if he's had work done or not. Graham Souness is looking...
Look, we're not saying we would shag Graham Souness.
Well, Kate did.
We're not saying we wouldn't. Like.
Kate did.
Alright,
Kate 2.0 in her chat. I'm almost certain Kate said she'd
I'm saying,
jump on the...
We're not saying we wouldn't either. Like, we're just saying.
Now, the really important part to point out in all of this is that it was Pogba's fault.
It was Pogba's
It was
fault.
Pogba's fault.
Like, you have to think, what's Pogba doing there to stop that?
Yeah,
What's
absolutely.
he doing to keep Graham Souness's skin looking lovely?
Yeah, nothing.
I do love them memes. Graham Souness.
Would you be offended if he called you Vin Petrol? No, take it, mate. Do you know what I mean? Except I think he looks more like a tortoise than me.
Who?
Vin Diesel.
Oh. Got confused there, I was wondering.
I will take Fat Pepe Reina, B-Tech Rock. These are all the type of ones I'm happy to take on board.
Just call you Stone instead. Pebble.
Yeah, Pebble. Keita or Gerrard? Stop, will you? It's Keita, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
Gerrard, man.
Are we talking Balde Keita, the guy who used to play for Lazio, or?
Oh, look at this!
Like...
He's thrown out the football knowledge again. How's Harry Kane getting on today, Connor, on the bench?
He's not really having too much of an impact so far. I was going to make a joke, but apparently not.
He's refusing to come on.
Yeah, he's not really match fit. He was refusing to train all week. So.
B-Tech Johnny Sins, I'll take it. As long as you're watching, you can call me whatever you want. Is Humpty Dumpty okay or too mean? Now, again, I'll reiterate this. There is no proof that Humpty Dumpty was an egg. Do you know what somebody called me the other day that annoyed me? And it only annoyed me for technical reasons. He called me a bald egg. Now, I don't know what type of hairy eggs this motherfucker's been eating. It's either a one or the other thing. Oh! Ooh. Oh, Harvey! Unlucky. Harvey Elliott trying to curl her from outside of the box with his left foot. Look at the position. Look. I love it. Drop it into the pocket. Having a bend. Unlucky. Unlucky, Harvey. Yeah, I mean, what type of fucking hairy eggs is this lad eating?
Yeah, I'd say he'd want to have a look at what the fuck he's eating.
If he is eating hairy eggs, might I suggest, Connor, the Manscaped 4.0 perfect package?
This one isn't sponsored.
It doesn't matter, we're still bigging them up. I mean, if you've got hairy eggs and you want to shave them, get yourself the new Performance Package 4.0 from Manscaped.com. Using the code WFM20, your eggs will thank you later.
Your eggs will
Craig, you are a strict classmate. Greetings from Arizona. Thank you, Mika. Are you sexy, Craig? Well, I'm too sexy for the show. Too texy for the Too texy?
Too texy.
Texy for the show.
So look, your chat's like 6 seconds ahead of me. Popped up on yours for mine.
Everything on me ahead of you, mate.
That's
Thought process.
That's just the speed. Do
you want to see a sexy Craig, ladies and gentlemen? Because, I put this up on Twitter last night and there was moistness everywhere.
There was knickers being thrown everywhere.
Yeah, I'll show you Craig when I was 50 pounds lighter, and I'm going to try and get back to it. And you tell me you wouldn't give it a portion. 1 second.
Give it a what?
A portion.
Man, need a back post? No, come on. Keita, no. Free out.
Free out. Let me just show you. A Craig 50 pounds lighter, and tell me you wouldn't. Ladies, come on, be honest with me now. Your husbands aren't watching here. Tell me you wouldn't. Tell me you wouldn't, folks. Come on, look at that.
I wouldn't.
Again, you mean?
Again, yeah. Once was enough.
Philip Hunt, how are you, my man? We're playing such great football, but this is why we need to sign new players. If one player gets injured, this system crumbles. Excited for the season. Yeah, but yes, Philip, I will agree with a lot of what you said. But again, what Connor said to earlier on is that we've a very weak bench today because of lads playing tomorrow as well.
Yeah. I'd imagine like today's bench is basically playing tomorrow instead, or the team that would have been on the bench today. Like
Jack Anderson says, wouldn't. You would, Jack. You would. That and the charm. And the 3 inches of heaven. Come on, Jack. You're not kidding anybody, mate. I'm loving this new Mane taking on his man. Consistently beautiful. You love to see it. Connor, I'm thinking, mate, you need to be here for all the games now because I'm enjoying this dynamic.
I think that was going to be the plan anyway, to be honest. Like, he'll be up there for most games at least.
Do we want Mr. Crosby joining for all the watch-alongs, folks, on audio? Obviously, you want the handsome features of me. Like, that goes without saying. But I'm loving this. I'm having so much fun with Connor here.
I mean, if we are doing all season, we can maybe do somewhere we could do like a split screen at half time or something. With two of us.
There you go, yeah.
We'll look into it, we'll see.
Oh, look. Bilbao with the New Balance gear on. Bringing back memories.
I don't know if I missed them or not, because I quite like some of the Nike stuff, but then some of it's a bit horrible and overpriced.
Well, with the new tracksuit top that I bought the other day that I'm going to unveil for tomorrow's watch along is beautiful. Nathan Allen said Van Dijk is back better than ever. Finished, by the way. What?
Only if he sings Barry White songs. We can look into that as well.
Van Dijk's going to take a while to get back to the levels that he was at, but Craig, would you class yourself as hunky? No. Mate, chunky? Yes.
Do you see that comment, Walter Off-White?
I've what I'd say is this. One of the reasons I've got game is because I've got a good sense of humour and I'm a charming son of a bitch. But Ali, good man.
Ooh, hold on.
Do I think I'm good looking? No. But do I look at the eyes though? See what I mean? That's for you, ladies. That's for you. No, I've never thought of myself as hunky. Chunky, definitely. But what I do think of myself as is very, very lucky to be happily married to a wonderful woman. Just in case he's listening. Yes, we get a load if we won Connor on. I mean, at least 70% spelled wrong, but...
We'll take that.
I loved it the other night. Somebody pointed out, one of our members that said to the others, it's so funny the amount of people that spelled CONNOR wrong.
Yeah, I've seen that. They said they spelled it wrong and they themselves spelled it wrong.
Oh, here we go with they're trying to catch me out. Craig, do you know Candice?
Candy's nuts fitting your mouth on.
Definitely not with my nuts. They ain't fitting in these. I've got bins, remember?
What was the one that time? You're there. Riley Reid. Hope you got lots of lovely chocolate for Easter.
Well, look out for the porn stars. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, again, of course, mate, with bins, you know, it's very difficult. Connor's another person that's... Oh, here's Sadio. 2-0.
Love to see it.
Sadio Mane, hear the carpet sings. Sadio is offside.
God's sake.
Oh, offside. Goal doesn't stand. Sorry, folks.
Boo.
Boo. Fuck VAR, even though it's not in here. Hang on, Connor, get the Sharpie out. He's onside.
He's on my onside.
He's onside. The linesman shit to bed. He was onside. Get the Sharpie out and draw on my TV there, will you?
Do you see this bollocks now? They're not even going to show us the lines anymore.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. He was onside, but it was ruled offside, but he was onside. Are you bald everywhere else, mate? Yes.
Thanks to the Lawnmower 4.0.
Yeah, thanks to the all-new Lawnmower 4.0 and the Weed Whacker.
That's the nose hair trimmer, yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff.
Actually, some might go as far as to say we have it right there to the left-hand side, but yes, in answer to your question, I am. Ball in, cleared away. Actually, not on my chest. I don't shave my chest hair, because there's about 8 of them. Craig the Stone Holden. Craig, 16.5 stone Holden would be more the correct answer. He was definitely onside there, by the way, folks. I mean, I'm calling bullshit on that offside call. Yeah, I'm with Jasper. Jasper said he's counting that goal in his head. So am I, Jasper. 2-0.
It is 2-0. Change the score. Come on, it's 2-0. It's only a friendly, you know.
Ball in. Oh, I thought Verge was going to score. He gets on the end of it, but he heads it just wide. Unlucky Verge. You magnificent bastard. Look at that. Oh!
I'm strongly thinking about putting a 5 on him every game, score a header.
Yeah, that's my go-to.
See, does it actually pay off over the course of the year?
If you get them at the right times at the right bookies, you know, two in a year will make you a profit.
Or even if there's not brilliant prices, 3 or 4 would probably do, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Which isn't unreasonable. Like, you'd expect him to score a couple.
That was my go-to cheap bet every game. 5 on Van Dijk to score a header. Can I please sing a song for me? I love how somehow people, like, we all agree I'm a shit singer, but people ask me to still sing. And I always like to do it just because of her indoors hates me singing.
What are you going to sing then?
I don't know, Connor. We might put something out at half time.
I think ABBA. Any kind of ABBA song.
I think maybe because Verge is back and starting, could be the Verge song. Oh, here we go. Mo, right hand side. Go on, Mo. Go on. Cuts inside. Shot!
Ooh.
Oh, keeper done it again. Another good save. I love seeing him playing with a smile. Tell me that's the look of a man that has any intention of leaving Liverpool Football Club. He's just playing with a smile on his face again. Keeper did well to get a hand to it and touch it past the post. But Mohamed Salah just doing Mohamed Salah things. Oh, that was a bit of a one for the cameras, to be fair. That was a bit of a pie face at the Clash of the Creators, that was. I love that he admitted that was one for the cameras as well, by the way. That gave me extra bonus points for pie face. But the Yashin Cap won it, hands down. Greatest goalkeeper of all time. It
was top class on him.
I still love that man. Pie face. I mean, I've fallen in love with him since that interview. He's so infectiously positive.
I have never seen a man be so charismatic.
Oh, what? Excuse me? Another man? Is that what you're trying to say? No, he is. He's just a ledge, isn't he?
So yeah, I've been seeing other men on my screen.
Did you see the nice Formula 1 set he got sent?
No?
Yeah, he got sent a nice Formula 1 set. One for Xbox, one for PS4, with like a Pirelli cap in it. And
nice?
Yes, and nice little bits and bobs. Gotta love a bit of pie face. Legend. We are playing so damn well here. I don't want this half to end.
I was going to say it feels like a long half, but I think that's because we were half an hour late starting.
Yeah, and we're used to 8-minute games.
Yeah, it's true.
Look at this though. Doing bits again. Look, go on. Sadio. Oh, Jota. It's beautiful, folks. Ball into the box. Oh, I mean, that's a bit of an iffy header, but they get away with it.
Worked out well.
Oh, man, he's back doing bits. I love him again. Alright, Virds, now step up, relax.
I reckon Harvey Elliott has a goal in him today.
Oh, that's a good ball from Bilbao between the lines. They've got men over. And he shit the bed. Like, similar style attack. They seem to be targeting Robbo down there, left-hand side. Again, good early cross. They got a man on the end of it this time. And the shot went over the bar. Couldn't keep it down, but that could have very easily been 1-1.
Do you reckon they're targeting the left, or is it more just because Inaki Williams is on the right?
I don't know, but they're certainly having more joy down Robbo's side. Again, it'd be interesting to see how Tsimikas gets on tomorrow. I imagine he'll play the game tomorrow. And oh, here they are again in. Alisson again to the rescue. What a man. My keeper. Big Alisson. Love the man.
Someone said, Craig, have you ever heard of football?
Huh? Have I ever heard of football?
Don't know what it is, do you know?
Yes. It's this thing we're watching now. None of your American or GAA stuff. Ball in again. Headed away by Robbo. Drops to the edge of the box. Bilbao with a strike. It's blocked. Don't forget, folks, please do keep hitting that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video as well. Help us try and push towards. It'd be nice to get near 115k before the season kicks off next weekend. We need your help to do it. He's a centre half. He's a number 4. Watch him defend and we watch him score. He'll pass the ball, shag my missus if he likes. He's Virgil van Dijk. He's Virgil van Dijk. Didn't even join in, Crosby. You're a disgrace.
I wasn't going to start singing about him shagging your missus, in fairness.
Look, if you went in and he was in bed with your missus,
you're
all you're asking him is 1 sugar or 2, Virg.
Yeah, be getting him a glass of water.
Yeah, I need the electrolytes. You need the Lucasade Sport.
Oh, you put a Broca or something into it, like something to keep him going.
Have I met Thogden and Thogdad? Not physically. I did do a preview video for their channel, and we've been trying to get them on since February, but we keep getting blanked. So, look, I understand that they're very busy, but I even have Thogden on WhatsApp, but I'm still getting blanked. So nothing else I can do on that one. But they're great lads, great content. Thogdad's a legend. Oh, lucky! See, he nearly scored, and I'm taking full credit for Van Dijk nearly scoring that header. And if you would have sang along, Crosby, he'd have scored. He's just a little bit heartbroken that you weren't singing. Verge sneaking into far post there with a diving header. And diving headers are the best type of headers.
Do you remember Van Persie's that time in the World Cup, wasn't it?
Sorry, I don't remember any former United or Arsenal players, mate. They don't come into mind. Liverpool will sign Messi. No, the play is surely to sign Mbappe. Imagine. Just imagine.
Fucking Mbappe. It's all about Jared Bowen.
Imagine the fume, though. Like, imagine having what we've had to listen to all summer about Varane and Sancho and Grealish and maybe Kane and Lukaku and Jules Koundé. And just imagine. Imagine.
We replace Shaqiri and Origi with Mbappe and Haaland.
And Jimmy Milner still refuses to give up to number 7.
Mbappe number... Can't even take 17 either, because that's gone. What number would you give him then?
Just invent a new number. Like, literally invent a whole new
Somewhere
number.
like halfway between 7
Just
and 9.
give him the infinite symbol.
0.
Yeah, just take 1 off Alisson and give him 1. I would just love to see the fume. I mean, I think I'd probably live stream for 20 hours. And a good 19 hours of that would be just me laughing. How's Virgil been? He's done okay. We have been caught out at the back a few times, particularly down Robbo's side, but look, you're going to concede chances in any game, and Bilbao are a decent side. We have a free kick here, wide right-hand side, by the way. Mo got slapped in his face and he's not looking happy. Somebody's going to be Mohamed Salah now in a minute. He's going to turn them inside out. Robbo's over it. Trent's over it. Ball in. Keeper comes and flaps at it. Elliot gets to the second ball but lets it go out for a throw-in. What do I think of Messi leaving Barca? Genuinely, look, financially, I understand how it happened and Barca have made that mess themselves, but I won't lie, it feels wrong, Connor, doesn't it?
It does, and especially when it's PSG. Like we were saying earlier, imagine you went to, like, I don't know, like a Dortmund or anyone other than PSG. Like, it's just the one club on the planet you're not arsed when going to.
But if you look at it from face value, he's got an Argentinian manager there in Pochettino. And, you know, he's got his mate there in Neymar.
There was actually a picture recently, wasn't there? He was on holidays with like 3 or 4 of the PSG lads.
What was this I seen about Neymar showing up? Was it at Dua Lipa's wedding?
Didn't hear anything about that.
There's a video have a look on Google. There's a video doing the rounds of Neymar, and I think it might have been at Dua Lipa's wedding or Dua Lipa's sister's wedding, and he just looks like, am I supposed to be here? Like, they used to go out together, didn't they?
I have no idea.
I'm fairly sure Neymar went out with Dua Lipa. Why is Canade not starting? Because we're playing another friendly tomorrow, mate. And Canade and Joe Gomez will probably start together in that one. And Costa Simicas and maybe Nico Williams. What's he bringing this back for? Mike Dean's bringing the free kick back again. Free kick left hand side, Robbo to take it. He promised the girl getting married he'd be there on the most important day of her life. His ex? It's going to be fucking odd. Ball in. And look, I don't need any excuse to slag off Neymar. I hate him.
Can't find anything about it.
1 second. I'll find it.
I can't sing about Dua Lipa anyway.
I was sure it was his ex then, but I don't know. 1 sec.
Why isn't Saul playing? The paperwork hasn't gone through yet. He's on the way. Same with Messi. He'll be playing next game. How do I copyright? Hold on. Careful now.
The volume's off so you can click into it there now. It's not Dua Lipa. I don't know who it was, but he showed up at some wedding in a very fucking weird looking scenario. Who do you think will start in front three this season? Probably the three starting today, if I'm being honest with you.
That's strange.
He looks very odd, doesn't he? Like, uh-oh, who's this, Robbo?
Looks like Robbo. Yeah.
Robbo's down injured. Bollocks. Bollocks. Right ankle. Yeah.
Doesn't look good.
Yeah, not only have we got the club doctor on, there was some ambulance personnel there. Hopefully he's okay. You know, he's sitting up a bit now, which is a good sign. Stretcher's coming across though. Oh, not Robbo.
He's never injured, is he?
Stretcher coming on there now. Yeah, the one thing you don't want to happen in pre-season, obviously we'd seen how unfortunate Fofana was in the Leicester game to pick up that horrible broken leg, and we wish him a speedy recovery. He's able to walk off, which is good news. So, from that perspective at least, he's not going off on a stretcher. He looks in pain, but...
You'd imagine it's not broken if he's walking, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but ligaments could be a while as well, but they wouldn't... He's walking off. He's getting obviously a standing ovation as you'd expect for Andy Robertson.
Owen Beck is coming on to replace him.
Kloppo's having a chat with him as he walks off. He looks in high spirits, to be fair to him. He's having a chat and he looks... You know, I'm sure we'll get an update later on, but to be fair to Robbo, he's... Yeah, he looks in high spirits and he's chatting away. So fingers crossed we get good news. Munai now to take the corner.
I'd imagine Milner will probably go left back now, will he?
I haven't got a clue.
Owen Beck's coming on, he's midfielder, I think.
Corner to defend, cleared away by Diogo Jota. Only 9 viewers away from hitting 2,000 live watching. Please do keep sharing the link, folks. Referee brings it back for an offside. We are at the 45-minute mark. It will be at the... 2010 we did it, Connor.
You'd love to see it.
Yeah, Beck is coming on exactly as Connor said. It's half time at Anfield, ladies and gentlemen. It is half time. So let's get into the chat and see what you guys want to chat about. Anything that you want to put in, please work away and we'll get through it at half time. And don't forget, I will be back tonight at 8:45 with a late night agenda as well. So don't forget that one. We'll talk about all the possible transfer news and maybe the good news that's been rumoured to be going around.
Ignore what I said actually. Beck is a left back, so he'd probably slot in there.
Any updates on Mo's contract status? Stephen, not that I'm aware of, but just to touch on what we said at the start of the video, mate. Kevin Palmer of the Sunday World has said that there is a possibility. Is that right? Am I using the right phrase?
I'll get it up now.
Yeah, just bear with 1 second. Connor's just getting it up now.
So, Kevin Palmer said, everyone is waiting for some good news at Liverpool and some positive vibes are emerging from Anfield. The story will be posted here later this afternoon.
So whether that is a contract extension for Salah, Stephen, whether that is Hendo maybe coming to an agreement, again, we'll wait to see. But, you know, any positive news will do at this point, really, will it? But let's go back to the first half. I thought we were fantastic. I mean, again, the understanding between those players we've spoken about before, Keita, Mane, Elliot, Salah, Trent. There's like lovely little relationships being formed all around the pitch Milner put in a good shift as well. I've been very impressed with what I've seen, and it fills me full of optimism, considering we still have another 11 to play tomorrow, and we look sharp. I'm very, very happy with what I've seen in that first 45 minutes. We could have been even further ahead if it wasn't for some good saves by their keeper. And of course, look, it would be unfair of me to say that Bilbao haven't had opportunities, because Alisson Becker has made a couple of good saves as well. How long do you think the Robbo injury is? Mate, look, it would be complete guesswork. I don't even want to I wouldn't dare put a time on it, because, you know, I wouldn't want to scare or, you know, estimate anything. So I just say I don't know, mate. But he walked off, and he seemed to be in good spirits, and that's all I can really say to you. Doku situation, said Gaming Jet. So from everything that seems to have been reported, buddy, around Jeremy Doku, it looks like that his club want to keep him for another year, and he wants to stay for another year. But it's also been put out there publicly that he is, the phrase that was used was, in love with the idea of Liverpool, that I've seen. So, you know, Doku and Jude Bellingham, although we don't ever want to hear the phrase next summer, sometimes it's for reasons not just from under our control, but the players' control and their clubs. And both of those guys will be lads that the clubs and themselves probably fancy another year in their development. So sometimes it's not necessarily a bad thing, particularly if they already nearly have their mind made up where they're going. And I don't know if that's the case, by the way. I'm just throwing it out there. Doku is muck. I'm sorry, Shane. That's just poo-poo, sir. Doku is quality, and we've been monitoring him for at least 4 or 5 years now. I don't see how Liverpool can afford Jude Bellingham. How not, Chris? Genuinely, mate. Like, if you look at our financial statements over the past 2-3 years, we're one of the few clubs that have turned a profit 2 years in a row. A profit, mate, in football, which is very rarely heard of. You know, we're looking at a situation at Barca now where they're $1 billion in debt. If you look at the actual money owed to Abramovich by Chelsea, or the numbers of PSG and like Manchester United are a different thing. They're just a money making machine. They can afford the transfers, but we can certainly afford to spend money. I don't think it's beyond comprehension that Liverpool could spend 80 million quid on a player. And I also think that one of the reasons I say next summer, mate, is because I have a feeling that we'll move on for a Firmino or a Mane next summer, who will be at 30 at that point, and we'll be looking to refresh, and Elliot will be another year further along, and, you know, Musialowski will be getting a year older, and we've that guy Bobby Clark that we're about to sign as well, who's a 16-year-old from Newcastle. So, you know, there is an involvement of this team and this group of players that's coming. So, you know, that has to be staggered, of course, but I do think we can afford them. Seriously, I do. Opinions on Atletico Madrid and how well they could do this season. Well, look, they're the defending La Liga champions, aren't they? And no Messi at Barcelona. Real Madrid, have they really improved? So, if you're Atleti and you're going into the new season, yes, you may lose Saúl, but you have brought in Rodrigo de Paul. You still have João Felix, you still have Luis Suarez, you still have Koke, you still have one of the best goalkeepers in the business, you still have a manager that knows the club inside out. Fantastic stadium, fantastic set of fans. Lots of reasons to be optimistic for Atleti. Yes, I know Van Dijk did walk off too. It was one of the thoughts that was going through my head. Manuel at the time as well. That's why I said I'm not going to say anything about the Robbo injury, about how serious it is or is not, because it would just be complete guesswork.
I'm still here for those asking. I was just doing a few bits.
Craig, I love your views, but we've hardly spent since winning the Champions League, so what will change next summer? This ain't a dig or that, mate. No, it's a fair point, mate. Like, 2018 was really the only big summer that we've had where we've gone out and spent some serious money, and I don't want to make excuses for FSG, buddy. I want to be saying, and I still will be saying, I want us to spend in this window. But the reason I talk about next summer with the two players in question isn't just because of us. It's because Dortmund won't sell with regards to Bellingham. They've lost Sancho. They're looking to move on Brandt. They may probably look like they're going to keep Haaland at this point. So it's in their interest to keep him for another year, to develop him. And with Doku, his perspective and his club's perspective is one more year as well. So if you're hearing that from them, like, I don't know if it was possible this year if our owners would sanction it or not. So when I'm talking about next year, I'm only talking about it because that's what I've heard from those clubs. But like you and everybody else, I want us to be doing business right now. I want us to bring in a midfielder. I want us to bring in an attacking player. So I'm absolutely with you, and I'll never take a constructive point like yours as criticism, mate. It's a very fair question. And I hope I've answered it as well as I can anyway. So, but thank you for your point. Craig, I think you owe Matip an apology. And why exactly is that? Well, I'm genuinely baffled. The only criticism I've ever had of Joel Matip is that he can't put a run of 15 to 20 games together. That's the only criticism I've had of him. Other than that, I've said he's a fine centre-back. But I think history proves me right on that one. But look, again, if Matip goes through this entire season injured, I'll be very happy to be wrong. I'm always happy to be wrong because I want the best for our lads. The only one that I think I've really been overly harsh on is Origi. And that's because I genuinely think that he's crap. I won't deny the moments he's had for us, but I just don't think he's anywhere near good enough. But I don't think I've done that unfair to Joel Matip. Even nicknamed him Baby Giraffe. No one came on for Roberts, and we ended the half with 10 men. Beck is coming on. We ended the half because that was the end of the half, but Owen Beck was stripped off and ready to come on. Do I see Harvey Elliott as a new signing? No, I don't. Beauty about Harvey Elliott, though, is doesn't take up one of the important squad places, as in numbers wise, because he's seen as a homegrown player. So that's one of the beauties of having Harvey Elliott there, is because of his age and because he's British, it's all good. So do I see him as a new player? Yes and no, I suppose, but not enough to justify not making another signing, in my humble opinion. But let me elaborate on that a little bit. What I would say is, in my mind, maybe the idea of not bringing in a wide attacking forward and somebody like a Houssem Aouar, or somebody who can play between the lines and connect the midfield and attack, could be possible. But then again, let me caveat by saying, if Naby Lad can stay fit, he is that person. So there's a lot of ifs, ands and maybes, but I guess the real worry for me and most of you guys is we've taken these gambles before. We did last season when we signed Diogo Jota and we signed Thiago Alcantara with the risk of not replacing Dejan Lovren, and that bit us in the ass hugely by losing two of our most prominent centre-backs for the most of the season. Matip having some injuries at times, and we were ending the season with Kabak and Phillips. So even when you think you're stuck in a position, sometimes Mother Nature or bad luck just bites you in the arse and you're left short, which I don't think any of us want to see again.
There's a picture of the injury.
Yeah, it looks like he rolled his ankle then. Yeah, it looks like he rolled his ankle by the looks of it. Went over on the weight of the right side of his right ankle. Could be bruising, could be a bit of spraining, we'll wait and see. This summer in Canada, 35 million. JC said out Grujic 10.5, Awioni 6.5, Wilson 12. And counting Ings money, we've net spent a 4 mil. You're missing some money there, by the way, mate. We got money from Liam Miller and Camille Grabara as well, which I think added up to another 6.5 million. So on that, JC, this is just my opinion, buddy. I refuse to accept Canada as a this season signing. I see Canada as making up for their fuck up from last year by not bringing in a centre back. Yeah, technically yes, we signed him this year, but to me, that money should have been earmarked already because we didn't sign the Kabak deal. We did bring in Ben Davies for very small money, and it looks like he's going out on loan. Looks like we'll sell Nat Phillips. 3 clubs interested in him. I think West Ham, Brighton and Burnley, if my memory's right. But yeah, on top of what you've said there, mate, about those fees. Now, it is important to point out that some of those fees, like I think Grujic and one other one, I can't remember which one of the ones it is. Maybe it's Wilson. We will start getting paid from next year. But yeah, you're right. We have brought in money. And on top of that, buddy, let me add that if Luis Alberto makes his move from Lazio to wherever, they want about 50 million euro for him. We have a 30% sell-on clause on top of the, I think, 8 million we sold him for. So if he went for 50 million euro, let's say 44 million pound, we'd get 30% of about 36 million. So another just over, 11.5 million, something like 11.8 million. So that would be another chunk of money as well brought into the club.
Just sent you the lineup there.
Cool. Changed lineup for the second half. Crosby's on fire. You love to see it. Just swap that over. 1 second, folks. Where did you put the original lineup? There it is.
That one.
There we go. Thank you, Mr. Crosby. We're all set up for the second half. Beck's just getting his instructions from the gaffer right now. United fan Robinson said, loving the channel. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Hope you've hit the subscribe button. Don't hold the Liverpool stuff against me, buddy. And again, if everybody can keep hitting that subscribe button, we will close in on 114k, and it will mean an awful lot to little old me and little old him.
See Brian's comments. Why do people think Craig knows the exact extent of Robbo's injury and exactly how long he'll be out? It only happened 20 minutes ago. It's like, yeah, we won't know for a few days.
I do love the fact that people trust what I say to some extent. I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean, I'm very humbled that people, respect my views enough to, know I talk sensibly at times, which I sincerely do appreciate. But yeah, I mean, nobody will know at this point. And if it is swollen up, they may not even know tomorrow because they'll probably wait for the swelling to go down before they do a scan. Can we see how Connor looks?
There's a hand.
There's his hand. I mean, look at that hand. If that's not a model hand, I don't know what is, ladies and gentlemen.
Follow me on Twitter, you'll see what I look like. At Mr. Crosby AA, I'll have you know.
At Mr. Crosby, Mister Crosby, Crosbie.
No, it's just MR, not Mr.
Sorry, MR. Lash it in the chat there. If you want to follow me, it's just, I'm not a freak like him. It's just straightforward Craig Holden, Houlden, and of course
some prick has my name, so.
Anfield Agenda, by the way, went past 30,000 followers on TikTok. Oh yeah, if you didn't know we were on TikTok, we're taking over there as well. We've gone past 40,000, I think, on Instagram, Connor.
Yeah, 41, I think.
And heading for 40,000 on Twitter. And of course, we've got 113,000 here. Anfield Agenda Extras heading towards 6,000 subscribers. Craig Station's gone past 24.1. Loads of stuff coming up. And as I said, I'm recording with Alex Goldberg, who's a very well-known Chelsea fan, on Tuesday. I've got some great interviews coming up. Connor and I are travelling down to Cork to interview Gary Spike O'Sullivan, who's a famous Irish boxer, has fought for world titles. Lots of stuff coming up. We're going to be talking with Goldbridge at some point as well on a non-football perspective. So yeah, keep it tuned here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got lots of stuff coming up for you this season across all of our channels. And we're about to get underway now with the second half. Right, we're underway. The Reds attacking the Cop end. Is Robbo injured? Yes, he went off with an injury to his right ankle. That's all I know. Ball back with Allison now. Allison out left hand side to Verge. Back to Ali. Nice little pass from Ali. Oh, baby giraffe with a swing there. That makes Allison catch it, but bit worrying. Ball out to Trent. Trent flicks it around the corner. I love that from Mo, and then Trent takes a heavy touch. Would I take Louis Barry? Well, look, he's a talent, a massive talent, but, you know, has Louis Barry gone out on loan for Villa this season somewhere?
I'm sure I've seen he went somewhere.
Yeah, I thought he had went out on loan, but look, he scored against us, didn't he? And
he's on loan at Ipswich Town.
Yeah, he went to Ipswich, yeah. So, you know, again, he's very young, so it's hard to say if you take him or not. Diogo Jota scored the goal. Do I think Elliott is a Genie replacement? No. No, it wouldn't go that far. You know, it doesn't look like we'll be utilising him as a winger. It looks like he will be playing in the hole, you know, just behind the front three. But what I will say is I'm fully convinced he's ready to go, Harvey Elliott. Absolutely. Will Middlesbrough get promoted? I've no idea. I couldn't tell you. Free kick here to Liverpool for a foul on James Milner. Jota's on fire. Your defence is terrified. Here we go.
It was Beck.
Good work by Beck. Ball across. Oh, I thought Jota was going to score a second, but it was blocked by a Bilbao player. You forgot the ball there, lad. Naby's in to win it back. Harvey Elliott. Look at him just ghosting past people. Go on, Harvey, lad. Little turn inside because he can. Ball back to James Milner. Milner rolls it out to Beck, left-hand side. Beck slightly overhits the cross. Stayed in play and it was hooked away by Bilbao. Trent gets ahead on it. It's picked back up by Joel Matip. He's dispossessed. Bilbao have a chance to counter now. They work the ball out left-hand side. Nice ball in field. Yes, Naby! Doesn't quite keep it in, but he's breaking up play. Well done, Naby. Where is Tsimikas? Probably resting up for tomorrow's game. You know, don't forget, we have another game tomorrow, so there will be a lot of players that, you know, won't even be on the bench today because they'll want the minutes tomorrow, or Klopp will want them to get the minutes tomorrow. Now, what is interesting to see here is Van Dijk is out for the second half. So he's now heading towards 50 minutes. So, you know, my guess would be that he's to get an hour. But, again, that's solid. That's, you know, 20 minutes, 42 minutes, and we're already nearly at 50 minutes. So he's getting more minutes, more good match minutes in his legs, which is great to see. Had to watch 2 10-second ads in a row. Disgrace. What the fuck do you want me to do about it? How about fuck off? Like, we don't control the ads.
No.
So, blame YouTube, Google. We don't have control of ads during live streams, mate. Pre-recorded videos, yes, we can place ads, but look what ads go up during watch-alongs, and, you know, I'm sorry that you had to waste a whole 20 seconds of your fucking life, mate. Fuck, it's taken me longer than that to reply to your whiny little bitchiness. Fucking hell, imagine. Ugh, imagine. I'll tell you what I'll do, mate. We'll just stick a big dirty paywall up next time. So you'll have to pay for no ads. Does that work? Jesus Christ. Of all the things to be moaned about, stuff that isn't even anything to do with us. But again, feel free to disappear, mate, if 20 seconds of your life is too much. Imagine how long Connor's had to put up with me. Imagine what he's been through.
At least 60 seconds, I know.
Good defender by Trent. Ball goes behind for a corner. Oh, poor little man. I wish I had a button now that I could single out your account and just play ad after ad after ad. My Manscaped ad just on loop. He was joking, mate. See, here's the thing, Casey. Jokes are funny. Like when I make people funny and go, haha, jokey joke, they're funny. Bitching isn't funny.
What's Mike Dean giving now?
I don't know, but it's not flamboyant enough. I've been very disappointed in Mike Dean today. There's been no dramatic gestures, no Olympic movements. Relax, Jesus, mate. Yeah, sorry, you're gone. That's the one thing that don't ever tell me to relax. I'll do what I want, when I want, how I want. Someone said it's hard to be funny in text. That's what emojis are for. Ta-da! Do I think Mbappe will still be available next summer? No, mate, because he'll be a Liverpool player by the end of the window. So, no. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Laughy face emoji. No, I can't see in all honesty, mate, I can't see a situation where PSG could, one, afford to justify his wages for another year, and two, not try and recoup some money if they are going to bring in Eiffel Tower Messi. A bit harsh, Craig. Yeah, I'm a bit of a prick at times, haven't I? Soz.
Imagine Mbappe and Milner in the same team.
I know. Imagine how much Mbappe could learn off Jimmy. I love the way people say a bit harsh to me and stuff at times. Like, people come in and call me eggnons, kiddie fiddlers, pedo. I tell one lad to fuck off and people say I'm harsh. Oh, Bilbao, equaliser. It's 1-1. Bilbao have an equaliser at the far post. Shambolic defending. And it's 1-1. Now, that's your fault, Mr. 210 second ads. Again, good work down the left-hand side. Nice reverse pass. Ball through Van Dijk's legs. Ownbeck can't get there. And so watch now. Somehow on Twitter, somebody will be saying, "Oh, look, Van Dijk." Nothing could be done there once that ball was played across. Williams again. Good strong play. Nice little ball in. Yeah, just a well-worked goal from Bilbao. And 1-1. Definitely not 2, Craig. 1-1. What's your reaction on that, Connor? Could we have done more to stop it?
Don't think so. I'd more say we probably should have scored another 1 or 2 in the first half. More so than should have stopped that one. Don't think we deserve to be drawn. I think we should be ahead.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think we've had the better of the game, but Bilbao certainly did have chances in the first half as well. But yeah, once that ball got to the back post, there's not much Ownbeck could do about it, to be fair. And I think it was a well-worked goal from Bilbao. I don't want to take away from it. We always, look at it with a critical eye from a Liverpool perspective. But again, as I said before, and I'll say again, it's pre-season. My main concern has always been, you want to see some nice, fluid, intricate play and see that people are sharp, but I also want to make sure nobody gets injured. So,
that's going well so far, isn't it?
Salah, unlucky lad, good ball across. Beck comes on far side. What do you guys think in the chat on the goal, by the way? Do you think we could have done more to it, or was it just a good Bilbao goal? Have I heard of 4-4 tunes? Absolutely. Love 4-4 tunes. Think they're brilliant. My son even watches them. Unlucky. Attack breaks down, goes through to the Bilbao keeper. 4-4 tunes are class. VVD is not the same. He doesn't need to rush himself there. Look, I mean, to say VVD isn't the same, I think is a fair comment. But I'd also like to follow that up by saying I never would have expected him to be the same yet. He's still maybe a yard or so of pace off. Maybe he's still, unsure of his body to some extent. And he's working his way back.
It's a great block from Owen Beck there.
Yeah, good defender from Beck. So I think it's a fair thing to say VVD's not back to himself yet. But I think it's also fair to say that he probably shouldn't be back to himself yet.
Yeah, the man's barely played for 9 months. Like, give him a few games at least to get back to speed.
Well, this is only his third appearance back, and a 20-minute and a 42-minute appearance, and now 55. So, I'm just happy that he's getting through the minutes and he's not feeling any strains or pains or any damage. That's good to see. Bilbao now on the attack down the left hand side. Ruby next door is out barking that we conceded a goal. Again, Bilbao done well, win the ball back. If I'm being really honest, I do think our defending has been a bit lackadaisical at times. There was a few occasions in the first half Bilbao tore us down that left-hand side and it was just a final ball that was missing. And if you remember right at the end, they missed a very good opportunity where it bobbled up and your man hit it off his shin.
Yeah, it's hard to know whether we've been a bit shaky or if they've just been playing good attacking football, because they are a decent side, to be fair.
Where can I find Craig Station? Just Google or just put it in, search it on Twitter, mate. All one word, as you put in there, CraigStation, or Connor will put a link into the chat if you can throw one in to the live chat.
I can try. There's one in the description, or just
yeah, there's one in the description of the stream as well.
There, just search Craig Station, it comes up.
Yeah, or just search Craig Station. It's basically my head on a blue background with the word Craig Station. Craig, any chance of a late Latura Martinez bid? I've no idea. It looks like Inter don't want to sell him. Spurs have been looking to try and get him, but Fabrizio Romano has said that Inter don't want to sell. But then again, look, if you asked me 3 days ago, do I think Inter would sell Lukaku, I would have said no. But I've also seen some other stuff that suggests, I don't know how true this is, by the way, that they could be at a point where Inter are almost at a point of liquidation. So I've said this before and I'll reiterate it. There are a lot of clubs around Europe right now feeling serious pressure from COVID. And like Connor said earlier on, I think Liverpool should be, and English clubs, should be looking to stand on the necks of these clubs and bleed them dry of their best talent while they're struggling. Because football's a ruthless business. And it's, the Premier League is the most powerful league, the most financially wealthy league in the world, with an abundance of talent both from a playing and managerial perspective. So I'd like to see more English clubs really trying to pinch the best talent of around Europe, because for many years we had it done to the Premier League and now shoes on the other foot.
Be interesting to see, like how long it does take the likes of Barcelona and Real Madrid to get back to the top.
See, where I have a lack of sympathy for them as well is Barca and Real Madrid have a different TV revenue deal than every other club in La Liga. They've got away with debts and being iffy for ages. Signing Coutinho and Griezmann and Dembele for the money they did was beyond ridiculous.
And the wages as well. Griezmann on 800 grand a week.
Yeah, exactly. And these, in Barcelona's case, it's a club that's run by the fans. It's fan owned. They just have a president. So, yeah, I mean, chickens come home to roost, and nobody wants to see big clubs go out of business. But they've took the piss at times over the years with some of the signings and the Real Madrid Galactico stuff and things like that. Someone said he snapped his ankle. He didn't fucking snap his ankle, Luke. There's no point in telling lies, mate. He went over on his ankle. If it was snapped, I think he might have been getting some oxygen and going off on a stretcher. Go on, Harvey. Elliott with a ball down the line to Salah. Salah pulls it across. Good defended by Bilbao. Goes behind for a corner. Somebody said who's impressed me most in pre-season? Harvey Elliott. I've also really enjoyed seeing Cade Gordon. I think Costa Simicas has looked well. Anybody else stand out for you, Connor, that you've seen?
I was going to say Simicas and Elliott as well, yeah.
Actually, that went for a throw-in. Sorry, folks.
Naby K has been very good.
Unlucky Trent. Did he keep it in? No, I think it went for a goal kick. Naby's definitely been good in pre-season, mate. But he usually is very good in pre-season. Finn said, Craig only just got here. How's the game gone? Are we playing well? We're not playing as well as we did in the first half, mate. Not just because we've conceded. I mean, I'm not that fickle. We just haven't looked as in control.
The tempo seems to have gone down.
Yeah, as Connor said, fair point. Tempo does seem to have dropped a bit. But again, it's just about getting the minutes into the legs for me. Matip with a good header there. Jimmy Milner plays it out. Trent can't keep it in to Bilbao throw in. No, Luke, it's all right, mate. I'm just saying, I wouldn't put fake info in because people will get worried, buddy. That's the only reason I was saying it to you. He rolled his ankle, definitely went over on it, but he walked off the pitch, so I'd be very surprised if it was broken. Could have done ligament damage, could be sprained, could be bruised. I mean, we'll wait and see. But as Mick said, I wouldn't speculate about it because, I hate to fill Liverpool fans with lies or either way, good or bad. Do you know what I mean? I always try to be honest and say, look, we just don't know yet. Oh, Ryan made a good point. It's still technically 2-1.
I was just about to say,
it's a fair point, Ryan, yeah. Because we did have a Sadio Mane goal ruled out that would have been, given if we had VAR in the game. Here we go. Beck down the left-hand side. Lovely ball in. Unlucky by Sadio and it goes behind for a corner. But great play there again from Naby Keita. Ball out left-hand side to Owen Beck. And Beck rolled it down to Sadio Mane, who tried to jink inside and it goes behind for a corner. Steve Bland just sent me a message saying an entire podcast dedicated to Harvey Elliott, I presume. Actually, can you message into that group, Connor, and see if they're around tomorrow?
Yeah.
For a live pod?
What time?
The usual, 8:45. If you had a chance to live next to Anfield, would you do it? No. No, I wouldn't. I like the idea of living a little bit further outside of any built-up areas. So I wouldn't mind being like a 10, 15, 20 minute drive away. I just, I don't like living in any area that will become that crowded, especially around match days. Yes, Velocity, it is a 90-minute game, buddy, yeah. Craig, would you choose Harvey Elliott over Curtis Jones? Yeah, I think I would, Yeah, I would. I'll be honest. I love them both, but straight, like if we've got two midfielders and we need one more to get on the front foot, I would. What about you, Connor?
Sorry, I was texting the lads. What were we talking about?
Would you play Harvey Elliott over Curtis Jones?
Hard to know. Curtis Jones has the experience, I suppose, but then I wouldn't be upset to see Elliott playing either. I trust either of them. Like,
it's a good headache, put it that way.
Yeah, it's not a bad problem to have.
What's this, Williams Jr.?
That's this Nico Williams now.
Oh yeah, this is their Nico Williams, Inyaki's younger brother. That Munayin gone off there?
Yeah.
How's VVD done? He's been alright, mate, to be fair. Still doesn't look like he's ready to rely on his 100% recovery pace yet to me. But we don't know what the medical team have said to him. Do you know what I mean? But what I will say is, we are now 65 minutes into the game almost, and he's still on the pitch, which I didn't expect to see. I thought he'd get an hour. How to join Discord? You have to be a member, Amjad, to join our Discord group. So any of the members of Anfield Agenda FC, you can click the join button. You can have a look at the link in the description. Part of your membership, which is $4.99 a month, is access to our Discord group, all of our emojis, the Anfield Agenda badge beside your name, and your name will appear in green to me and other members, making it easier to see your comments. But yeah, we don't have an open Discord group, mate, because we think we need to give some perks to our members who, are kind enough to support the channel in a financial perspective. And remember, all of our content is absolutely free. So these are the reasons why, we try to give the little bits of extra stuff to the members and that. Because, we don't want to be putting any content behind the paywall. We don't think that would be fair. And, I'm probably less than 2 weeks away from becoming a full-time YouTuber. Scary shit, this, Connor. Honestly, it petrifying me.
Exciting times ahead.
Like, what if I can't afford 2 Lambos?
1.5, not do you?
No. Haven't seen Fabinho yet. Again, I don't think he's even on the bench today.
No.
He's probably playing tomorrow's game against Osasuna. 25 to go here at Anfield. Still 1-1. Mo. Back to Trent. Back out to Mohamed Salah. Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott's just so intelligent in possession as well. Just really excited by him. Ball in. Oh, good upper body strength there from Sadio, but it's cleared away. We're starting to take the tempo again here, Connor.
Here's a little fun fact for you. Owen Beck is...
Sadio! Oh, good save. Elliott. Oh, lucky. Sorry, go on, Connor.
Owen Beck is Ian Rush's great nephew, apparently.
Did you not know that?
I did not.
There you go. There was talk of that when he signed his contract a while ago. Unlucky there, Sadio. Good shot away. Keeper made a decent save. Now Bilbao look to switch it over. Well done, Beck. But his header goes straight to a Bilbao player. Bilbao now have it right hand side. Little 1-2. Ooh. There we go. Joe Matip stepping in with the challenge, and they point out to give a corner. Would you say Liverpool is playing convincing now, said Jens? Again, I really don't mean to be rude about it, buddy, but it's pre-season. I don't expect them to be at 100%. But, you know, I've been happy with what I've seen. Obviously, there's stuff still to work on, but there's been a lot of good play, particularly from an attacking sense, and a lot of good link-up play.
A good performance. The result isn't there quite yet, but good level.
Cleared by Beck. Again, the near post from the corner. Ball goes all the way out. It'll be a Liverpool throw in right hand side. Oh, Kate Gordon stripped and ready to come on. Oh no, sorry, that's Reece Williams. Sorry. I just glanced up the screen. So this would be Van Dijk. No, this would be Van Dijk's coming off now. So we'll have got almost 70. And Reece Williams will come on now. Sorry, I got excited there for a minute.
Cancelled.
Get off Tinder, Craig. I was actually messaging my wife, to be honest with you, because we've got to go to the police station to get the form stamped for my son's passport. So I was saying to her, I'll be ready in about 25 minutes.
Is that Ben Woodburn coming on as well?
Yeah, Ben Woodburn stripped off and ready to come on as well.
Who do you reckon's coming off? Milner?
Salah or Mane? I'd a guess. Or maybe Jota, because he was late back actually, wasn't he?
Good show.
Here's Elliott now. Lovely little reverse ball again into Mohamed Salah. Salah, what's that pulled back for? Was it a handball against Bilbao? Salah tries to take it quickly. Mike Dean allows it, but it comes to nothing. Naby has the ball. Works it back out left side. Oh. Yeah, again Mike Dean plays an advantage to Bilbao. Milner would have been pulled up on a foul, but Bilbao got possession. They try to switch the ball out right hand side. Again, look at that from Jimmy Milner. Good tracking back. Beck to Matip. Matip puts his boot through it and clears it long. Bilbao have done well. They've worked a bit of space now right hand side. Ball across, deflected into Alisson's arms. Welcome to Anfield Agenda FC. No smoke without fire. Lovely to have you with us, buddy. I swear my wife never looks at her fucking phone. Salah. Oh, ball in behind. Nothing doing. Goes through to the keeper. What's happened to Hendo? Is he training or injured? Again, he's only just come back to training after his holidays because England got to the final of the Euro. So
is he even back in training? Yeah.
Well, he's at the game today anyway. Seen it before the game there, but yes, I think he was back in training from yesterday, if my memory's right. Here we go now. Virgil van Dijk coming off. Solid 70 minutes for Virg. Well done, Virg. Great to get those minutes in the legs. And he'll be replaced by Reece Williams. And we've got Owen Beck coming on as well now. Again, great to see Virg getting these minutes back into his legs.
Ben Woodburn's coming on. Owen Beck's already on.
Sorry, yeah, Ben Woodburn. Sorry, I keep forgetting he still exists. Genuinely.
Where was he last season? He was at some League 2 team, wasn't he?
Oxford, was it? It was Oxford United or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Who's he replacing? Diogo Jota. I mean, when you're right, you're right. Messi agreed to PSG. Romano has it on his Twitter. Well, look, that's no surprise, is it? We all knew that was happening. It's the most meh transfer in the history of football, to be fair. There's just no sexiness or imagination to it at all. Goldbridge says Martinez is staying at Inter. Well, fucking Craig said it an hour and a half ago. People just need to bow down and appreciate me more, I swear to God.
Sent you the lineup.
Someday I'll get the credit for other people saying stuff that I've said. And by the way, a lot of the times I send on this information to other people. Like yesterday, there was 3 things alone other people on Twitter posted after I'd sent it to them. And Goldbridge wasn't one of them, by the way, so I'm not having a pop at him on that one. Not that I'd ever have a pop at Goldbridge, unless I'm speaking to him. Bolo. Oh, go on. Lucky Sadio. Yeah, thanks, Connor. I'll swap that round now. Here is the newest and improvest lineup. The very, very latest lineup. Connor's on fire today. Ball played out right-hand side by Bilbao. We're now into the last, just under 17 minutes. Strike. Blocked. Well done, Reece Williams.
The talk of Neco Williams leaving's gone very quiet as well. Remember at the start of the window there was talk he might leave.
Yeah, there was talk. I wonder as to just if anyone's come in with the money, yeah.
Yeah. So I think wasn't he trying to leave because he wants to play more regularly?
Yeah, there was talk the club wanted about 10-12 million for him, which, I don't know if that's fair or not. I genuinely haven't got a clue. I mean, there's been some mad links in this window. I'd seen Jones linked away. I'd seen Elliott maybe going on loan, which has been confirmed that he's staying. I even seen Tsimikas linked with a move away.
Yeah, he was linked with Napoli, I think, was there?
Yeah, which is madness because, Klopp had said that he's ready to go for the season. Harvey Elliott. Oh, Harvey, unlucky fella.
Oh, so close.
That deserved the goal. He cut in on his left foot. Curler. Keeper was beaten. Beautiful play. Deserved the finish. He deserved the goal. Unlucky Harvey. Beautiful touch. Beautiful footwork. It was too good. It struck the post. He's just class. Just class.
That was filthy.
He deserved the goal for that. That was, as you said, just filthy. Who would win in a tag team? Craig and Goldbridge or True Geordie and Rory? Me and Goldbridge, because we just pinpoint Rory. We wouldn't let True Geordie into the ring. We just isolate him in one corner. We just wouldn't let him tag him. And then as soon as he did tag him in, I'd be legging it straight across to tag Goldbridge. Say, you can deal with him. What happened to Robbo? He rolled over on his right ankle, mate, just before half time. And he was replaced by Owen Beck for the second half. Is VVD okay? Absolutely. Craig, what do you think about your local bakery? I love any type of bakery, mate. You know I do look like the type of person who likes cakes and pies, but I genuinely do like cakes and pies. So, yes, I love all bakeries, and there's some very good ones locally. But my daughter baked some beautiful banana bread last night, actually. So, full credit to my daughter on that one, which I will be tucking into later on.
Can't go wrong with Lidl's bakery or Aldi.
Oh, nothing wrong with
Aldi's,
it, yeah. Lidl have the bakery with the really cheap stuff. Super value of a cracking bakery as well. Ball left side now. Ball in from Bilbao. Oh, just clear it on. Well done, man. Well done. I don't know if that's a fat joke, Jack, or whatever, but genuinely, you know, any bakeries in Gorey that want to sponsor me, just hit me up. Happy to eat my way to local support. I keep saying to my wife, I don't have a sweet tooth, I have a fat tooth. I love everything that you shouldn't eat. Sausage rolls, pastries, cakes. Have I ever been to Londonderry? No, mate, because it doesn't exist. Been to Derry, alright, but don't know what this Londonderry you speak of is. Free kick to the Reds, foul on Jimmy Milner. Is there an Anfield agenda tonight? Yep, 8:45, mate. 8:45 be live with a late night agenda. Craig, don't like me, you don't answer my question. I just didn't see your question. VVD is okay. That's not a question. That's a statement, Todd. Fred Arcada. Am I supposed to actually answer that? Fred Arcada.
I mean, yeah, does that need an answer?
Yeah. Obviously the answer is Cada.
Well, which Fred? Are we talking Fred from like OG YouTube or Fred, the Brazilian midfielder? Like, because if we're talking about the YouTube guy, then it could be different.
Or Flintstone.
Or Flintstone. Or from Scooby Doo.
Was there a friend Scooby Doo?
His name was Fred, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Scooby Doo.
You should do a Liverpool career mode on FIFA. I'm considering it. Thinking about a little bit of gaming on Craig Station at some point. But boxing's the next thing I want to try and worm my way into, folks. Well defended by Reese. 11 minutes to go at Anfield. Still Liverpool 1. Athletic Bilbao 1. Prime Suarez or Torres? For me, it's Suarez. They were both amazing. Don't get me wrong. I'm so glad we got to see both of them at Liverpool. But I've seen Suarez do stuff I've never seen another player do. But both, you know, very, very, very happy to have been able to see both at Liverpool, as I'm sure most Reds are. Craig, who's funnier, Homer Simpson or Peter Griffin? Homer Simpson. Isn't that the correct answer?
Of course, yeah.
Homer Simpson, yeah.
Anything else is blasphemy.
Connor's a Simpsons freak, by the way. Corner to the Reds here.
I'd say enthusiast, not freak.
No, I'd say freak. I'll kiss you on your head. We can't beef, bro. I don't do beef, Todd. I don't do beef. I love everybody, mate. I don't like to fall out with anybody. But you're more than welcome to kiss me on the head, mate, if we ever meet. Here's a new one for me. Hey Craig, I'm a Liverpool fan and I'm a quarter Irish.
Quarter Irish?
The good quarter, obviously, mate. The finest quarter.
The best 25%, yeah.
Yeah. Remember one of the things people thought about me was that I'm not actually Irish. when you did those.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Unpopular,
Yeah.
that I'm not Irish, that I put on a fake accent.
I mean, you're giving Al Foran a run for his money if you've been putting on the accent this long, like.
Yeah, plus, like, it would be a very odd accent because I don't have the most of a weird Irish accent. It's not like Dublin.
Or it's not dicey though. It's not proper like fucking leprechaun either.
Yeah. Turrell or Larsh, look at me pig under my arm. Where's me Lucky Charms? Suarez and Sturridge were the best strike partnership. Suarez, Sturridge and Sterling. It's important we are fair and include Raheem Sterling in that. That was a great partnership. Alisson or Lloris? It's Alisson, mate. Look, the thing about Lloris is, I will admit that Hugo Lloris can be a very, very, very good goalkeeper, but he has more mistakes in him than any other top level keeper I've ever seen. Like, I mean, real blunders. And look, Ali's made blunders, I'll admit that. Todd Cantwell, thank you for your super chat, mate. Very kind of you. That's 2 kisses on the bald head for you when you see me. Craig, do you live in Liverpool? No, Michael, I live in the south east of Ireland, in County Wexford. Oh, you're talking about Loris Karius? Oh, he can go fuck himself. Loris Karius is yeah. I mean, I back me against Loris Karius, to be fair.
Is he still at the club?
Yeah, he was there warming up before the game. But yeah, won't play any. Another Kane hit to come on here, Connor.
Yeah, not Harry, as we said earlier.
And Morton, two changes for the Reds. You don't need to do the team names again. It'll be alright here for the last 7 minutes.
Jake Kane, as we come to learn.
Do the dab. Absolutely not. That would be far too much energy expended. Again, look, ladies and gentlemen, a couple of little favours to ask of you. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video. We've gone over 1,000 likes, which is amazing. Don't forget, I'll be back tonight with a late night agenda. We'll be discussing all the latest transfer news and rumours. Back tomorrow as well. We have the watch-along of the game against Osasuna, which I'll be starting from 6:30 tomorrow, 7 o'clock kickoff. And yeah, loads of great stuff coming up. I'll be chatting with Alex Goldberg. I'll be recording that on Tuesday night. He's a well-known Chelsea fan. And yeah, just lots of great stuff coming up ahead of the season. You'll catch me on here. You'll catch me on Craig's station. You'll catch me over on That's Football as well with Mark Goldbridge. So yeah, and again, thank you for all of your support from both of us, because I often don't have Connor here to say this, but what you guys have done for us, what our community has done to help us, lift us up and push us on, I think it's fair to say, Connor, without them we'd be nothing.
That's literally how this works, isn't it? Otherwise, we're just sitting here talking to ourselves. So.
But you know that I'm a grumpy, moany,
prick,
down in the dumps, arsehole at times. But how many times have I said to you that during the pandemic and stuff,
ooh,
that that our subscribers and our chat have just kept me going, like.
Yeah, night them times, like always, Instagram DMs just flooded with positivity and nice messages.
Which you know,
really helped you get
all the
back on your feet.
That take the time to reach out and email or whatever. It means a lot. So thank you to all of you. I'll give you all a go in my Lambo at some point.
It is weird the way it's just parked out in this like housing estate, like
middle of a council estate. Yeah.
Looks a bit out of place, but
especially the fact that it looks really like a white Renault Megane estate. You'd never know it was a Lambo from a distance. You'd think it was a white Renault Megane. Have I got any pics of me with hair? Yes. I do. I have some incredibly awful pics of me with hair. Here we go. Trent wins the ball back high up the pitch. Ball across. Unlucky. Tucked away. Reds pushing for a winner here, but as things stand, 4.5 to go. It's Liverpool 1, Athletic Bilbao 1. Can we see them? I'll show you the worst one. my confirmation picture, which is there couldn't be a more embarrassing picture in the history of the internet for somebody with hair. Now, bear in mind, my mother wouldn't let me put gel in it this day, and I had an undercut, and it actually looked well most of the time, but my ma was just...
Why weren't you allowed gel?
She wouldn't allow me put gel or Brill cream in it for the confirmation pictures. I don't know why. She thought it looked greasy or something.
Well, she thought that looked better.
Yeah. She thought me looking like Paul McCartney was apparently better. You ready? Look at that, huh?
What a trim.
Mushroom eat your heart out. Friar Tuck special. Pudding bowl on me head.
See that comment a minute ago? Someone said, "Is it in Ireland? Is it pronounced Lamborghini?" It's quite good.
I don't know. Not many of us have any of them, so it'd be more begrudgery greeny. Because we'd all go, look at this prick.
Oh, we'd definitely be getting keyed, wouldn't it?
Go on, Beck. Unlucky. Is that a corner? Is he given a corner?
Don't think so.
I'd never drive a Lambo or anything like that, to be honest with you. It's far too impractical.
I'd be too afraid to drive it. Imagine every time you leave, you'd be thinking, imagine you crash it, like.
It is a corner. Now, I love, like, the type of thing we had in America. The big, mad SUVs.
The Explorer,
like,
or
yeah,
Explorer,
we had a Ford Explorer, but I prefer the Yukon. Well, I'd like a Denali, to be honest with you, which is the posh Yukon.
They're a big yoke.
They are a big yoke, and they're tough to go around corners in.
Every time you go around that bend, you're flipping the fucking car over, yeah.
Thoughts on pint of Guinness? I'm a non-drinker, mate, so it's probably a question for Connor.
Guinness, I'm not really a fan of Guinness, to be honest. I know that's blasphemy in Ireland, but not really my thing.
Yeah, and I don't drink, so not really my thing. Although when I did drink, I did have pints of Guinness, and they went down well. But it takes a bit of getting used to. I think once you get your first 3 or 4 into you, then you get used to the taste of it. But
like, do you want to drink something that you have to get used to? Just if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
It's mad to think that they used to give it out in hospitals here in Ireland when you got blood transfusions or whatever because of the iron that was in it. You used to get a bottle of Guinness and
That's
stuff.
That's the most Irish thing I've ever heard in my life.
I think Sabrina's mum said, and I could be wrong, that when she was pregnant, her iron was low and she used to get a bottle of Guinness in the hospital.
It's weird not seeing Connor but hearing his voice. It's like I'm talking to God, only God's a Liverpool fan. I'll take that if you're comparing me to God. Like,
God also played for Liverpool.
He did.
So there's that as well. It's a very godly club. Mike Dean getting in the way there. It'll be a Liverpool ball. We're into the final 90 seconds, folks. Please, again, don't forget, hit the subscribe button, drop a like on the video, and I'll be back tonight at 8:45 with the late night agenda. Don't forget to check out Craig's Station and go over and subscribe to Anfield Agenda Extra as well, which is our clips channel, which is where Connor takes all the best bits of our streams and match day footage and stuff and puts them up into bite-sized content. You won't have to watch 2 back-to-back 10-second ads on there. Because we're going for the hat-trick.
And the video's about 7 seconds long, anyway.
Have I been to the Liverpool shop in Belfast? No, I've been to the one in Dublin, but not in Belfast yet. I plan on going to Belfast soon. Are you worried about the new season? No, I'm looking forward to it. You're always nervous going into a new season, of course, but I'm really looking forward to the new season. Good defending, lads. Trying to work away out. Good footwork. Trent clears it. Bilbao pick it up. We're into the last 20 seconds of normal time here. Bilbao have it left side. They put a deep cross in. Bilbao player gets in the head of it. Gets his head on it and puts it over the bar. Oh, I've also got Rory's stories, by the way, that will be coming on to for Craig Station for a chat as well. I'm just waiting for an exact time. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Dean has blown the whistle and it finishes at Anfield. Liverpool 1, Athletic Bilbao 1, which is... how did you find the game, Connor? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, first half more so than the second, but yeah, decent performance. Shame we couldn't win, but some positive signs there. Hopefully Robertson's not out for too long now.
Craig, why lie about transfers? One day main target, next day we're not interested. I haven't told a single lie about any transfers, mate. All I ever do and all I ever have done is talk about the transfer links in the newspapers, in the media, bring them to the conversation and say, you show me one video where I've said Liverpool, outside of Canada, where I've said Liverpool are going to sign a player. I don't. I just talk about the news stories, buddy, because that's the way we do our transfer stuff on here. But look, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Mr. Crosby. It was great fun having you here.
All positive vibes here today, wasn't it? Hopefully more with this announcement later, or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, and whatever this positive announcement may or may not be, I will be back tonight to bring it to you, ladies and gentlemen. So, again, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, have yourselves a wonderful Sunday. Lots of love to all of you. Keep it tuned to Anfield Agenda this season, because we've got lots of stuff coming to you. And to finish up here, Connor, someone said, Connor, you should create a YouTube channel.
It's not like I don't have a few already, like.
Yeah, he does have, like, you know, all the ones I'm involved in as well. You know, we are partners in them all. So, right, look, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys tomorrow for the other pre-season friendly. Hopefully tonight. Have yourself a cracking Sunday.